Is it really?
Speaking of. Oh, what? Why would that?
I thought that's like if you were bald, it's because you have more testosterone than you need.
More brains, really. That's what I heard.
All the brains push the hair out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Q goes up, your hair goes out.
The DNA and penis growth.
Exactly. All the blood goes down there.
yeah.
Not enough oxygen to make it
So
down.
is your buttocks extraordinarily hairy?
Yeah, probably.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Now, are you aware? I don't know if you're aware of this, and I'm not.
Moon Tom, right?
I am not speaking out of school when I say this. Josh likes to get the full so-called Brazilian treatment of his nether regions.
Right.
Now,
how often do you? Because you get them. Do you have them wax it, right?
yeah, you can't do it too often. You want it to grow a little bit,
Right.
grow out a little bit so that the wax is something to latch onto besides your epidermis.
Now, so do they do? They do the I've got to be delicate here. The sort of arcing, fleshy area of the buttocks, or just the
They don't for me.
gluteal cleft.
They do
They would if I requested it, but I don't need that.
Yeah,
Did you just
hair
go
on
for?
your
You just
butt?
get the gluteal cleft,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and then do they go all the way around from the taint up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a
Yeah.
while between trims, right? You haven't done it in a while, right?
How would you know that? Do you keep track of this? Do you
Yeah,
have a chart?
we talk every day.
Well,
about
do you
it.
get a Brazilian as well, Pat?
No, I do not. I just do a little trimming, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the waxing done in a while, but
Don't you have to get up on all fours to have that done?
no, I lay on my side in the fetal position.
Crying?
With your thumb in your mouth?
Whimpering, yeah, there's no actual tears.
After they rip the wax off, with it has your body hair clinging to it?
Yeah.
Do they hold it up for you to see it?
You know what? No. But
would they do
if I
that?
said, hey, can I see it? She would, yeah. My esthetician is great. So she would, yeah.
You would want to see that.
No, I would want to be killed. No, I don't want to have anyone ripping my hairs out.
Yeah, it's not, I don't like the procedure. I like the after.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, when you're done, is it like when you get a haircut and they hold the mirror up so you can see the back?
She walks out. She says, there's a full-length mirror in there. She says, you can go ahead and check things out. I'll be back.
Oh, and do they give you a hand mirror so you can go around the back?
No, I haven't had to
Did
do
you
that.
ever miss a
I can
spot?
turn my head enough and kind of.
she-
I do it by feel.
Does she ever miss a spot?
No.
Okay.
She's very thorough.
That would be really embarrassing.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, just a
excuse
patch,
me.
Yeah.
Do they have one of those dental mirrors that you can hold over your carriage? Get a good angle.
Yeah, you got a cavity, all right.
They just give me a clean barbecue spatula.
Now, where do they stop? Do you have them from the belly button? Do they keep going up, or do you have
No, I don't get any of that done.
just the groin area?
Yeah, just the pubis, if you will, everything above, but below the belly and above the.
And is this something that was this a request from a lady friend, or
No, this was something that I tried initially on this show, and then I thought I
enjoyed it. Yeah, you liked it.
After Effects were so nice that I went, because I've always been a manscaper ever since I was like 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
well, no, Jeff? I'm in your case that would be they'd have to get more wax. You're so hairy.
Yeah, probably.
You have a beard that would embarrass the guys in ZZ Top. Yours is so thick.
Thanks.
No, it's amazing. I mean, I only wish. Very, very macho. But then the hair just continues all the way down your body.
Oh, I'm covered.
Do you have it on your back?
I
Like
noticed
patches?
I noticed some sprouting from my shoulders.
That's where I get it. I don't get it in my back per se, but
And it's all wiry. There's nothing good about what I got going on
You
over
could
here.
have that waxed off easily.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad.
I don't.
Would you like to have an entire body shave? I can have them come in.
No.
No, why would you do that?
No, I'm fine. I'm happy with who I am. I'm sorry that bothers you.
No,
The
I-
body- I was trying to be nice.
There are a lot of men who like to be hairy.
I didn't say they weren't.
I know I've met a couple women that love hairy men, just love them.
Yeah,
Well,
We're very warm to sleep next
that's
to.
true.
Like
Like our own teddy bear.
yeah, I'm like my girlfriend calls her heat rock. Like she's
Oh, how about that?
Heat miser.
that's nice.
yeah.
And then do you respond with something about rocks and
Oh, how they're solid. And,
yeah,
Diamonds
Yeah,
and
every time.
RDC.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, that's very
raging
romance.
diamond cutter. Can you?
Oh, thank goodness.
grab
RDC.
that?
Ooh,
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Donnie, how are you, sir?
Donnie.
I'm good. I heard you talking about Josh getting waxed and he lays in the fecal position.
Yeah,
But
he
I want to
does.
say something like this. If Jeff Oskey is really as hairy as he say he is, I've got a Fortune 500 ideal for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
why don't you get waxed regular, and rather than discard the strips, save them? You could be that dick at the gas station selling throw rugs on the weekend.
Good idea.
All I need is 20%. I'll talk to you after the show.
Thanks, Donnie. Very, very helpful. So, again, just not to dwell on this, but your groin area
Yeah.
is de-haired.
Yes.
And then how long before you have like a 5 o'clock shadow down there?
Oh, man, it's like a good week. Like when they rip it with the wax.
From the root, right?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a while for it to start coming back.
Does that go week and then you have to wait for a while?
And there's itchy week.
Does it itch?
Johnson week.
It can get uncomfortable. You have to use this special, like...
Lotion.
Yes. You have to use a special lotion on the area, and you have to scrub it with this really rough, like, silicone hand rag thing that I put over my hand, because otherwise you'll just I break out like crazy.
Yikes.
And that's the worst.
The one thing I do remember, and Christy will back me up on this.
The Visine thing, right?
When when porno actress Nina Hartley was in here, she did say, and this is an off-label use, and by the way, I do not endorse this or know if it works. She recommended get the red-out version of Visine eye drops for that area on the skin, because she said it got the red out. Again, I do not want to endorse any medical things on this show. I don't want someone, well, I got sick because I put Visine in my... you don't want to do that. But so they leave your ass has its normal hair.
The cheeks?
Yes, the cheeks. That's the word I was looking for.
But the cheeks also, I don't have a ton of hair on them. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a song about, now, I assume, Jeffrey, your ass cheeks look like that of a gorilla.
Yeah, I look. I got Welcome Back Cotter in my pants down there.
Here's a tribute from Sean Morey.
When a moon is hanging out a window, some imbecile is proud of his behind. You've now received way too much info, and the image is burned into your mind. There's nothing grosser than a man with a hairy ass. A man with a hairy ass. A hairy ass. A hairy ass. Doesn't help a girl's libido when you wear a tiny Speedo. You can make it look more dapper if you buy a good weed whacker. It's a problem that you must solve. Even the baboon is more evolved. A hairy ass. A hairy ass. When a girl is lying in a dark room, her brand new lover's naked in her bed. She runs her fingers down his body and lets out a scream that wakes the dead. Her hands are tangled up in his scary hairy ass. His scary hairy ass. A hairy ass. A hairy ass.
Sean Morey, and a tribute to the age of Aquarius and hairy buns. The current trend in men's haircuts, I don't really approve of.
We know that.
Super short on the side or shaved on the side, and then the big mop on top. I don't approve of it because it harkens back to Nazi Germany, but everyone seems to have forgotten history in our culture. But that looks especially bad on older guys. And yesterday I saw a guy that obviously went to his haircut place and he wanted the latest thing. Imagine if I did that. So you got a guy that's bald on top.
Okay.
And then I don't even know how to describe it, and then almost shaved from like just above his eyes down, a little higher. So it looks almost like a tonsure. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It looks ridiculous.
I wonder why he chose that.
Because he's a sheep like everybody else, and everybody else. You can pull that off if you have a full head of hair and you're 25.
Right.
Maybe he just got a bad haircut.
No. It was quite clearly planned that way. I'm not sure if I'm describing it very well. Imagine if sort of from, you go like an inch above the ears down all around, and it's like super short.
Sure.
Right.
And then it's sort of regular, longer length, but then he's got no hair on top.
How strange. I see what you're saying, Christy. He may not have asked for that.
Right,
He got
she
it.
just gave it to
Yeah.
him.
Well, no. Then you go to a pet store. They could improve it. Hey, you do what you're doing to the poodles and make me look better.
Yeah, I think people are afraid. They're shy with their hairdressers.
I
aren't they?
agree.
I'm not. Hey, what? Will you do better here? That's what.
Now, isn't it true that you do your own hair?
So at times, yeah.
Didn't you do that haircut?
No, my friend did this haircut.
Oh, really? Oh,
But
I
yeah,
thought you
yeah.
had like the Flowbee where you...
No, I do not have a
she has-
Flowbee. No, but I do have clippers that I will occasionally do it on my own. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what a Flowbee is, Jim?
Oh, yeah. You hook it up to your vacuum cleaner, right?
Yeah, nothing can go wrong now. Well, we hooked it up to the 220 line.
Whole bag
And then
comes
after
on
the
your head.
shampoo apparently wasn't dry enough, and that's what killed him.
Yesterday, no one noticed.
You got a haircut? Your hair looks great.
That looks real nice.
Looks
Okay.
exactly
On
the
back.
same every day.
Apparently that haircut is called the Skrillex
The Skrillex.
or the undercut.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Isn't that the key of a good, or a sign of a good haircut, though, is if no one notices
That's
you
true.
got a haircut?
Yeah,
Well, according to the Andy Griffith Show.
yeah.
Remember the famous scene where he gets in this thing with Floyd about making him look like he doesn't have a haircut? Apparently, I'm the only one. Okay. Well, that's all.
You're the only one that remembers that
You're not
show
the
from a
only
long
one.
time.
There's classics.
I think
You've got your...
my guy knows every episode as well. So.
He does?
Oh yeah,
Well,
big.
ask him about that one. It's a classic.
Okay.
And, you know, the one maybe he probably knows this, but Andy Griffith himself, he had trouble on the set of the show because Floyd, the actor who played Floyd, made him laugh so much that there are, I guess, hundreds of outtakes where if Floyd would just do the smallest thing and he would start howling with laughter. The guy was so funny. Coming up, we have a song from Pat Godwin. I don't know if we have time to squeeze that in.
No, we had too much Andy Griffith talk.
Yeah, talk so much about
Oh,
the
no, I'm
old
sure we
days.
could talk about what book are you currently reading? I know you just read Drew Hastings' book.
I did,
which you
yeah.
loved, and I haven't read it yet. Drew's book, by the way, is called Chasing Drew Hastings, a Memoir. It is available on Amazon, and we have links at all the Bob and Tom social media platforms. I apologize for being stuffed up. I was fine this morning, then I walked in here, and we have some
What happened?
plague in the air. That
He's
I must
allergic
be
to us.
Yep.
No, I think that it's whatever the mold is in our HVAC system that they're still not getting
How
rid
in the?
of.
It's
Thank
been
you.
months. What
Well,
are they doing?
Legionnaires takes a while. So,
Because they don't live here, so they don't care if we die.
If we done.
Oh, I care.
in fact, they might care one particular way.
Yeah, they want us out. Maybe this is how they're trying to get us out.
In any event, coming up, we have a song. You ready for your? Did you see the song that we wanted to do?
Yep. I got it. Yes.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Christy, is you're going to find out it's a real stretch. We have a story about one thing,
Tenuous.
and then we're going to transfer it all the way across the country to a completely different news story that really has nothing to do with it.
All right.
In the interest of playing something of a humorous nature.
Okay, good. I'm all for it.
Tom enjoys this.
So, what book are you reading right now, Josh?
It's a it's nerdy. It's the sequel. It's a Dune sequel.
Okay, and you think that's better than the Andy Griffith Show?
No, I'm not saying that.
No, as you were.
But I wouldn't come on here and talk about Dune Messiah or whatever it is like you would the Andy Griffith Show because I know people wouldn't care.
No, but we brought up the Andy Griffith Show. I believe Christy brought it up in the context of having
You know what? You do believe that, don't
having
you?
a haircut that doesn't look like a
He
haircut.
totally believes I brought it up.
When we come back, we're going to hear one of my favorite comedy pieces that references the Andy Griffith Show and marijuana. We do have cannabis in the news this morning.
Yep. We never
Once
got
again, yeah. And again, the weirdest story about crows. This is the third time in 2 weeks we've had a story about crows. Kind of interesting. And a great car story that I'm very excited about. The hint is here's the hint to the car story.
Oh.
Who wants to guess what it's about? Anybody?
James Bond.
Well, no, it's obviously James Bond. But
Aston Martin.
the Aston Martin is
course.
the answer, but you're going to be really surprised when you hear about what's happening with this particular Aston Martin. What have you got coming up in sports, Christy?
Oh, well, of course, we have to talk about Tom Brady retiring. We have 7 new events debuting at the Winter Olympics. Did y'all know that?
I don't. If we talked about that before, I don't remember them. That's exciting.
Yeah, and the Denver Broncos are officially on the market. What would you pay for an NFL franchise?
Wow. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I hope Peyton Manning can somehow figure out a way to buy him.
He's in the running with a group
would
of
think.
investors.
All
Yeah.
right. Right now, I want to remind you that it's very important to feel safe when you're home. That's where Simply Safe comes in. We've been talking about Simply Safe for years. Chick McGee was on this way before the rest of us. And Chick is such a big fan. He has 9 cameras currently operating. So it's sort of like switching the Super Bowl. When
Yeah.
he can tell you everything that's going on at his house right now. And we're big fans of Simply Safe's new wireless outdoor camera. And we've got a very special offer from Simply Safe right now. They've got everything you need to keep your home safe. This is the security system that gets the best reviews. Go online, read the reviews. You install it yourself. You create the system that you need. It's usually going to take you less than 30 minutes to put this thing in. And there are no long-term contracts or commitments if you want to sign up for the Simply Safe monitoring. Customize the perfect system for your house in just a few minutes so you feel safe at home. Go to simplysafetom.com. Go right now and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off their interactive monitoring service if you do it right now. That's simplysafetom.com. Maybe you want a camera on that outbuilding, and maybe you want a camera outside by your garage. Whatever it is, Simply Safe has it, and you can put it together and save a ton of money, especially now. And don't forget that free wireless outdoor camera. Very easy to install. Grab your phone, see what's going on. What are those dogs doing? Oh, I know what they're doing. They're digging. I know what you're doing out there, Maisie. I see you. We're coming right back. We've got some Tom Brady stuff. And the song, Pat?
Sure.
Okay, it's a stretch. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Hang tight. I got to take this.
Okay.
It's my assistant. Who day?
Oh.
No, you're supposed to say, who they think going to close this deal, Mike? My God. What do you mean do I want to buy a yearly reoccurring vacation rental? Where's it located? Guam? Hey, Mike, note to self, even people who live in Guam don't want to be there. Yeah, no, remember Charika from HR? Yeah, well, she was from Guam, and every casual Friday wore that Hanes beefy tee that said, I'd rather be in Gitmo.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7. This is the Bob and Tom Show for a Wednesday morning, segment 3 of the first hour. Celebrities smoking pot and a pickles song from Pat Godwin.
Out with us. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Going through the mail here. Got some good stuff here. Introductions are appropriate. This is Tom speaking. Ace Cosby is our engineer. Pat Godwin's tuning that guitar in the next room. Pat is on the Back in Action tour, having had major back surgery. He's up and running. The Jukebox Comedy Club is the place, Peoria, Illinois. This weekend, Friday and Saturday shows. Get tickets while you can. Hey, he's got a great show. Christy Lee looks like
What?
it's just lumberjack time. Very cute.
A little kind of a Mick Foley chic.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
I like it.
She's at the news desk. That's the voice of Josh Arnold. He's at the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick desk and chair.
Hi, Tommy.
Sitting in for Chick McGee, it's comedian Jeff Oskey from our staff. Good to see you, Jeff. Jeff, very hairy man. Once again, we've determined he has a beard that would make the guys at ZZ Top embarrassed.
And a great head of hair.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's starting to recede.
Yeah, but
It's good, though.
When I was in 6th grade, my hero was Bruce Willis.
Sure.
And I thought that was a haircut he had. And so I gave myself a Bruce Willis haircut.
Yeah.
And which my parents they took me to the barber. And he goes, "What did you do to your hair?" And I go, "I was giving myself a Bruce Willis." He goes, "That's a receding hairline, you idiot. Like, that's not a haircut."
Now, we were talking about hair, and we got on the topic of the Andy Griffith Show.
You did, yes.
Because Andy says to Floyd, he wants a haircut that doesn't look like a haircut.
Right.
So you don't want people going, "Oh, you got a haircut yesterday." And that reminded me of this piece from comedian Craig Shoemaker talking about, well, you'll see.
I used to do celebrities smoking pot, and the way it was written was I was back in my fort when I was in high school, and they would pass it to me, and I would do like,
do one for us. You have to now. I didn't.
Oh, God, I have to remember this bit. This is celebrity smoking pot. It was written in like the 70s, so it was like Jimmy Carter. "Yeah, that's damn good reefer." That was, the whole bit was all, everybody was Nixon, "That's really good weed." You know, the whole bit. I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm trying to remember.
Give me more.
"Here you go, Curly." "Why, certainly." I can't believe I'm doing this act. I'm not be doing. I'm trying to recreate this. Walter Brennan.
Weeds making a big
it's damn good reefer. Yeah, the bud's on fire. The bud's on fire. Mr. Haney from Green Acres. I did them all.
Do it.
"Mr. Douglas, have I got a deal for you? A genuine imitation fur-line battery run bong for your smoking pleasure." I cannot believe I'm doing that.
Mr. Haney.
Now, I still do in my act, though. I do Barney Fife. Boom! What do you call that right there? The forbidden fruit. But I do all the characters of Mayberry in the show. Except for Howard Sprague. I can pull him. I used to do him smoking pot. Remember him, the town clerk?
Oh,
bow tie?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Gee, Andy, fire up a fatty. I can't believe you're laughing at this. I should put it back in. No,
Pot's making a big comeback.
This is the biggest laughs I've got all day.
Pot is making a huge comeback. You got to do it. Craig Shoemaker.
I'm going to drop the Love Master and put in the pot
Do
routine.
you do
again.
Floyd the Barber, too?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you do MP?
Yeah. Andy, there are seeds in my marijuana.
Okay, how can you not love that? Craig Shoemaker and the classic, "There are seeds in my marijuana," Andy. Now, Patty G.
Yes, sir.
We have a news story that this is a huge stretch, but any excuse to get this on. Christy, we mentioned the so-called sea
here.
pickles.
Yep.
Okay.
Hundreds of so-called sea pickles have been washing up on the shores of Oregon. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the aquatic animals, which can grow to be 60 feet long, are actually pyrosomes, or colonies of multi-celled organisms called zooids.
Huh.
Tiffany Booth, administrator at Oregon Seaside Aquarium, told USA Today that recent storms in the South Pacific have created strong ocean currents that have pushed the creatures north of the warmer waters that they usually inhabit.
Now, the sea pickles I'm looking at, Christy, are not green like a pickle. They are sort of translucent.
Yeah. She said hundreds of people have spotted pyrosomes throughout the Oregon coast. Booth said she had heard recently that a diver took a photo of themselves riding a sea pickle.
Big deal.
Big deal.
Doesn't Sea Pickle sound like the name of a racehorse?
Yes, absolutely.
In the clubhouse turn, it's Sea Pickle. So Pat and I were talking about this a couple hours ago. And when you're up that early with that lack of sleep, you think, well, we're talking about sea pickles. We have to talk about the guy who was caught pleasuring himself with a pickle.
Okay, yeah, this is a stretch. But,
Big stretch.
But why not?
So we go from Oregon to Florida, naturally. According to the arrest affidavit, the officer responded to a suspicious person call Sunday afternoon last March. The 47-year-old man was lying on his back in front of a townhouse in Oldsmar. The man was wearing, according to this news account, the man was wearing neither pants nor underwear, which is such a poetic way to put it.
Yeah.
Sounds like at the beginning of a poem. Neither pants nor underwear, the suspect.
My journey.
And I'll continue reading this verbatim. The man who was wearing neither pants nor underwear allegedly held his male member in one hand and a large uneaten pickle in his other hand.
He was gherking it.
The officer
He's
noted.
ambidextrous, isn't he?
Well, now remember, he's got the one hand on
Right.
the thing.
Right.
And the other hand, he's holding the pickle.
He's got to have his legs in the air.
Well, the pickle apparently is doing a disappearing act.
Right.
According to this account, the officer noted the man was performing, quote, an intimate, invasive personal act with the pickle. Now,
How about that?
He wasn't invading his mouth.
No, it sure
We
wasn't.
know where he was invading.
Okay.
We're not stupid.
Yeah.
Reverse eating it.
But he would have to be like with his legs in the air on his back, correct?
I'm sure they were.
As Donnie says, he could be in the fecal position. And Pat, you have a tribute to this guy.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Here we go. Pickles, pickles, I like pickles. Put a little pickle on pumpernickel. You can eat a pickle on a motorcycle. I sure love a good pickle.
Oh, how nice.
Polish ones, sweet ones, I love pickles. Bread and butter pickles, baby, I'm not fickle. Put the cucumbers in the brine, but please don't stick them where the sun don't shine. Garlic, dill, a big old gherkin. Please don't abuse one while you're jerking. Don't use one to give your butt a tickle. That's a pickle, not a fudge sickle. They'll arrest you for messing with a pickle. You'll do a couple years or maybe a nickel. Shower time comes, this may hurt a bit. That's no pickle being shoved up where you shaving cream. Be nice and clean and start your day with a pickle.
Oh, boy.
By the way, I'll spare you or spare this guy by saying what his name is. It's in the police report here. But at the end of this report, it says, jail records note that Mr. has the following tattoo on his arm. Only God can judge me.
Ah, okay.
Wow, defensive.
No, I'm guessing. St. Peter's going to put his glasses on, look at the guy and go, oh, boy.
He did, and press the down button.
Enjoy the ride.
What an awful thing. What do you tell your cellmate?
I bet he stays away from you.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you in for?
Well, thank you, Pat. That was a lovely song. When we come back, we'll touch on the world of sports. We also have cool car news.
We have a world record today.
We do? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll look forward to that as well. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Chime in with an email. Send to bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I married Kim, felt like the right thing to do. Down in Jamaica, she got my name tattooed. We were drunk, I got her name tattooed too. Kim on my butt cheek. Kim's on my ass forever. They're on my butt tattoo. My ex-wife's on my ass right now, saying the alimony's past due.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7. We're into hour number 2 from this morning's Bob and Tom Show. Committee has to ask, is this funnier than it is offensive? and having a hot mom. Just a couple of segments here.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's great to be here. We have the depth chart in action today.
Oh, yeah.
Willie out, scheduled to be back tomorrow. Mr. McGee out, scheduled to be back tomorrow.
Weather permitting.
Oh, I forgot about that. Pat Godwin, scheduled to be here tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, Pat's here now. Okay, this is Tom speaking. There's Christy Lee. Josh Arnold is sitting at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. Jeff Oskey sitting in for Chick McGee. And, of course, Ace Cosby is our engineer.
Yeah, the odds on Pat being here are about 50-50.
They're getting better.
Any given day.
Any day, yeah.
Exactly. In January, we hit about 50%, I think.
That's all right. The man has to heal, doesn't he?
It's called recovery.
It's fine. Just received this. This kind of ties into a couple stories. We have one coming up. I was at the grocery store. I saw a lady drop a bottle of red wine right around her feet. It shattered. She immediately yelled, "Son of a pickled monkey."
Son of a pickled monkey.
I like that.
Never heard that one. That's good.
Nor have I.
Yeah.
That is, that's lovely. And we have monkey news coming up today.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. I've got a complaint.
And they drink wine, apparently.
Have you ever heard, the band Monkeys, real quick?
The Monkeys?
Yeah, the Monkeys. Have you ever heard them referred to as the Prefab Four?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I just heard that for the first time.
Oh, really? I've never
2
heard
days
that.
ago.
Yeah, they called them the Prefab Four off right from the get-go.
I have never heard that.
That is so
I don't even
good.
get it.
Well, they weren't a real band. They were actors. And then some of them were legitimate.
Oh, we're talking about the band The Monkeys.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I took a hard right turn here
Yeah, I was
by
like-
bringing them up.
I thought you were talking about these monkeys. Like
Hear no evil, see no.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because you can see a great tape of Davy Jones auditioning for the Monkeys.
Okay.
You can see why he got the gig.
They're legitimately good.
You sang right
Great
to
song.
me.
I saw them live too. Yes.
Yeah,
They didn't
Disney
even sing.
World. Oh, I'll never forget. It was one of the highlights of my life. I have a picture. It's right there.
Yeah.
My childhood idol.
You're a little taller than him, aren't you?
We're about the same height.
Didn't you get to meet him?
Yeah, he sang to me at Disney World. I didn't get to meet him.
I bet he
What'd he sing?
Oh, God. I was too in a...
could fly.
I bet that's, yeah.
I was like...
That's the one that made my mom swoon.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think
thinking about
my
that
dad
makes me
got
a
lucky
little
the
wet.
night of the Monkeys concert. I'll tell you.
I'm a believer,
Davy
baby.
Jones did the preheating, and old Larry took it home.
I love the
Nice to know.
Moisten that pan, moisten
But you
that
don't have a brother named Peter or Davy or Mickey.
Here, wear the stocking cap.
Oh, he was a cutie.
Well, the Prefab Four.
That's congratulations to whoever came up with that back in the day.
And just one left.
Yeah, sadly.
Yikes. Now, I do have a complaint.
What?
There's been a lot of snow in various parts of the United States.
Yes.
In some places, they don't typically get it, but a lot of schools now, when they have a great deal of snow, obviously have to cancel school. But instead of having a traditional fun snow day,
Do they do an E-Day?
they're all doing this E-Day. What's wrong with the world that kids can't have fun anymore? It's as if COVID hasn't made the world suck enough.
Yeah.
Now we can't go sledding because we have to sit in front of a computer all day.
That is bull.
And you're going to take that snow day away from the teachers as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they seriously doing that?
Yeah, it's today for me and my son.
Yeah, my kids are off today and tomorrow.
Yeah, but they get a lot more time off now than we did when we were.
Well, that's true. Our school system has a week in February and a week in April.
But you're missing the point,
what?
Ace. The point is when the snow arrives,
It's to be played in.
it is to be played in by people.
And it's also that
I don't care if they get they get like every fourth Monday off as soon as the new year arrives for various holidays, some important, some not so.
I will say this, my daughter's PE class, the last time they had a snow day, they had to go out and play in the snow and send the teacher a picture of them outside enjoying the snow.
Oh, that's nice.
great.
So that was their activity for PE class.
Yeah, no, that's great, but don't make them videotape it and send it to the teacher.
Yeah.
The great part about a snow day
just
was
say, hey, go out and have some fun.
Yes.
They won't. That's the sad part.
these kids aren't growing up with that excitement of waking up going, do we have school? Do we have school? Oh, we don't have school.
Yeah,
Well, they've had that for 2 years.
Yeah.
No, but again, Jeff, both you and Ace.
Do we have school today? Nope, we're out.
I see what you're saying. This
no,
is
I mean the unexpected
You and Ace are missing the point, which is again, playing in the snow.
Right.
It's not. I understand that a lot of kids haven't gone to school because of COVID, but that's different.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you have to sit at home in front of a screen all day.
And if we ever needed a mental health day, right now would be that time.
Give the teachers a day. Give
Come
the kids
on,
a day.
school
give the parents a day.
administrators. It's not too late.
What I used to really like back in the day prior to the internet, on the radio, we'd have to read school closings.
Oh, yeah.
I used to listen.
And it was, and I just want to say this: there were always, I could guarantee you, a one flake. There was this one place that.
Didn't have a Hensley Jackson.
I wasn't going to say it on the air.
Am I right?
I guess the Pussy Patrol that was the plows out there. They shut that school down. If the principal had dandruff, it was a snow day.
I've heard of Paw Patrol, but I've never heard.
But also, the other thing,
Those are the cats.
The other thing was, I think that there were certain businesses that figured the only way they were to get any publicity.
Oh, yeah.
They would, Jose's Barber College closed today.
Oh, yeah.
Both their students will not be attending.
We have audio of Jose comments after it was closed today, do we, Pat?
Oh, no.
There's no reason we should do that. I should have let it slide, but it was too funny. We need a committee of every ethnicity, and you should be able to come up and present to every type of person, religion, creed, race, and go, look, I know this could be offensive, but is it funnier than it is offensive? And you would win in front of that panel.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be canceled. But you'd always see sort of these fringe businesses you'd never heard of.
Yeah. And a lot of them were barber schools.
But it's one thing. I think sometimes it was a business that had 4 clients. They could have just called them up instead of getting the Chiron on the bottom of the television screen.
The free TV time.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were, and there were always schools. The only reason you'd ever heard of them was because of snow days.
Yeah.
But now it's all on the internet.
A lot of them are rural, and they.
But
can't
I'm
get
just
the
saying,
buses
if you have a snow day,
give them a snow day.
Yeah, enjoy it.
And then I think for places that don't get snow, there should be some kind of randomized system in which.
No, I disagree here.
Yeah, you should go like this. And, okay, May 15th. What? Oh, free day. Go have fun outside.
Surf's up.
Those kids get to swim in February.
Yeah.
That's their reward. Trade the snow days for swimming whenever you want.
Okay, well, Christy Lee is at the news and sports desk this morning. What have you got over there?
Well, of course, the biggest news in sports, Tom Brady officially retired. In an announcement made on social media yesterday, Brady wrote, quote, "This is difficult for me to write, but here it goes. I am not going to make that competitive commitment anymore. I have loved my NFL career, and now it's time to focus my time and energy on other things that require my attention."
Giselle says I have to.
Yeah. I have to start mowing the lawn. The 44-year-old goes out after leading the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to a Super Bowl title last season and NFC South Championship this year. He played 22 seasons in the NFL, 7 Super Bowl titles to his name.
Wow.
The only player to win more than 5 Super Bowls and was MVP of the game 5 times.
How about that?
Brady did not mention the New England Patriots, where he spent his first 20 seasons and won 6 Super Bowls playing for Bill Belichick. But Brady did thank the Patriots and their fans on Twitter, saying, quote, "I'm beyond grateful. Love you all." Brady says he's figuring out how he'll spend his time, but does plan to be involved in his TB12 health and wellness company. Great book, by the way. Brady Clothing Line and NFT company. He added, quote, "I know for sure I want to spend a lot of time giving to others and trying to enrich other people's lives, just as so many have done for me."
Well, how about that?
Yeah, it's really nice. Brady has long stated his desire to spend more time with his beautiful supermodel wife, Giselle, and their 3 children, despite his unique ability to perform exceptionally well at his age.
All right.
Yeah. Congratulations, Tom. I know a lot
So
of
this means so Gronk
Yeah.
will go back to his coloring books. And
Well, if you've seen his girlfriend or whatever, he's got plenty to do.
Ooh, Gronk? He has a
Yeah.
girlfriend? Just one?
Yeah, she's like a co-host on Wipeout.
Oh.
Boy, yeah.
Attractive, huh?
Ridiculous.
She puts the T in CTE.
I don't think.
And the C.
I was trying to figure out what I'd go with. I thought that D would be somewhat less offensive.
It is.
Wow.
Shame on ESPN for taking that moment away from Tom Brady.
Yeah.
They had to jump on it. They couldn't just let him come out and be the
And
first.
essentially, he's one play away from still being in the Super Bowl.
Yes. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
The guy's
one play.
He's still kind of going out on top. He's amazing.
Of course he is.
He is. He's the best.
And the Broncos officially on the market.
And the rumor is that he's going to try to play minor league baseball.
That never goes well.
Okay, that's not true. All right. So I'm hoping he shows up in some fashion in one of the Super Bowl commercials. I would think someone.
They have time to do it.
Yeah, someone's got to be scrambling right now for a really good idea.
Well, he already has that rent-a-car commercial.
Brady does?
Yeah, where they have him plugged into the EV.
Plugged in.
Oh, he comes in for a recharge. And then he goes, "Let's go," or whatever that stupid
let me rephrase it. What I meant was, I hope somebody ties his retirement.
Well, no, I would think they would change that now to, him taking the family on a road trip now that he retires, or,
Gotcha.
Yep.
update it.
Kids are in the backseat going, "Daddy, could you start playing football again?" She's going to take it to some dumb attraction. It's the world's largest paintball.
Can you imagine? His kids have to be insufferable. Your mom is a supermodel and your dad's Tom Brady.
Yeah, no joke.
My God.
Wow.
They probably couldn't care less.
That's true.
About what their folks do. They're just
They're embarrassed by their parents like any other kids. Yep.
When you pull into school, I'm going to come down to the tree. Do not pull up and say, "What of my teacher?" We've all lived through this. Yeah.
What do you do when you have a super hot mom? Do kids know that their moms are hot?
My kids? No.
I do. Yeah. Ask Ava and Beaver how did they under your
That
shadow?
was a joke, ladies and gentlemen.
It was funny.
Right now, I want to remind you that Josh is in a special seat. It's the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick seat and desk. Why is he there? Because, well, a lot of folks hate Steven Singer. Josh, can you help me with this? Tell me more about Steven Singer.
Sure. They hate Steven Singer because, well, those are the other jewelers talking around the country. His deals are always so great, and he has the perfect gift for Valentine's Day every year. This year, the brand new rose color, you know what I'm talking about, those gold-dipped roses, Emerald City. Now, that's the rose of a different color. Picture it, a real rose dipped and trimmed in pure 24-karat gold.
Is that Groucho Marx?
It was the guy in Oz.
Yeah.
So that's a horse of a different color. That guy.
Remember that guy?
I thought you were the Vlasic stork.
Yeah. Which was, again, ripped off from Groucho Marx.
Right.
Yes. I mean, follow the yellow brick road, Steven Singer. Is that better?
Sure. Emerald City Rose. It's going to take her breath away this Valentine's Day. She's going to open up that beautiful gift box, reveal a real rose encased in brilliant 24-karat gold set against stunning deep green petals. Her friends, they're going to be green with envy, I'll tell you that. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Get your Steven Singer Emerald City Green 24-karat gold dipped rose. Get yours before they're gone. They always sell out. Don't sit on this. Exclusively and only available at Steven Singer Jewelers. That's the #1 gift this Valentine's Day. Steven's famous gold dip roses start at just $59, and they come with a lifetime guarantee. And fast, free shipping, Tom. They will arrive in time for Valentine's Day. But hey, look, as time ticks on, so does the time for ordering this.
I'll just take it from here. It's IHateStevenSinger.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. There's one right in front of Josh, and I know Josh gets them every year for his nieces. Remember all those ladies and gents in your life. IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming back with super cool car news and another little surprise. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Second segment of hour number 2 here on the Bob and Tom Show. Dick Hitswater checks in, and Tom plays his Tom Jones vinyl. All coming.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hope the Sudafed is kicking in. There we go. I can breathe again. There's Ace. I'm Tom. That's Jeff Oskey sitting in for Chick McGee. Chick will be back tomorrow without glasses. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Chickster. He's getting that eye fixed. That or it's a scrotal taint thing. We're not sure. Christy Lee is right over there. She's at the news desk. At the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick desk and chair, it's Josh Arnold. And Pat Godwin is through the glass that way.
Yes, I am.
Willie G preparing to head to Los Angeles for the Super Bowl.
All right.
He is coming back tomorrow as well. So we certainly look forward to that. Today is Groundhog Day, officially. Did you see this?
He's on our board.
What now?
Yeah.
On our guest board.
See?
Oh, that's what that is?
Oh, sure. Yeah, there's Bill Murray and Puxatawny Phil.
I can't see it from here.
We have a groundhog story, but it's not a good one.
It's dead?
Yeah. New Jersey's weather predicting groundhog passed away just days before his big day.
Oh, timing is everything.
According to a post shared over the weekend on Milton Mel's official Facebook page, which is handled by a group known as I think it's Milltown Wranglers. Mel crossed over the Rainbow Bridge recently.
He ain't going to have 6 more weeks of nothing.
Nope.
Well, I mean, he's not going to see his shadow, I guess, being that he's underground and all. I'm assuming. Yeah.
The Wranglers said considering the average lifespan of a groundhog is about 3 years.
God, bad timing.
Not such a shock.
Like Betty White in People magazine.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is the worst thing
Come
that happens.
Betty, hang on for another couple days.
They said Mel left us at a tough time of year when most of his fellow groundhogs are hibernating, so no babies will be available to replace him until spring. The group added that they tried everywhere to get a stand-in, but to no avail.
Oh.
They said they'd work hard on getting a new weather prognosticator for next year and advised fans to check out what all Mel's cousins have to say on February 2nd, which, of course, would be Puxatawny Phil, the most famous groundhog.
Yeah, a lot of other communities have tried to latch onto this.
Sure.
And then, of course, Groundhog Day, one of the greatest movies ever made.
Really well done.
Yeah. Just perfect.
Brilliantly written.
Did you remember this story a couple years ago? The mayor of this town in Wisconsin was actually had his ear bitten off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jimmy, the official groundhog of Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, took a chunk out of the mayor's ear.
Holyfielded him.
The groundhog's handler was holding the animal next to Mayor Jonathan Freund's face when it promptly bit down in his ear.
Ouch!
But this guy, you got to hand it to him. He went on with his declaration. In that particular year, Jimmy had predicted an early spring.
And that night they had roasted suckling groundhog.
Very delicious.
But you got to hand it to the guy for keeping us cool.
Sure. Got to stay in the pocket when the groundhog bites your ear.
And I don't know if Puxatawny Phil has...
He's about to make his prediction any minute now.
I've
it's right
never
before
liked
sunrise,
this.
so...
It's...
Hey, 6 more weeks of winter. Yeah.
Duh.
February 2nd. I thought there might be. You're a real genius, you rat.
You picked the right day for that.
I'm with you, Josh. It's ridiculous. For the Farmer's Almanac is the way to go.
Yeah.
They're always right.
Since the 1800s, I think 100 times Puxatawny Phil has said 8 more weeks of winter. Do we have a prediction? Oh.
Based on his proximity to the sun and all the Klieg lights from the TV cameras. Okay.
Right.
That's right.
Okay. Let's move forward here.
They are cute.
What else have you got, Christy Lee?
Well, we still have a couple of quick sports things, and then we'll move on. The Broncos are officially on the market. The trust that runs the franchise has announced it's beginning the process of selling the team.
You guys want to chip in?
Yeah, well,
let's just bid.
What do you think the value of the franchise?
Well, offer him $25
billion something.
Go ahead.
Is it $1 billion?
$4 billion.
$4 billion is Ace is right on the money.
Really?
I read the story.
Because NFL teams rarely go on the market. The sale is expected to be the most expensive ever for a U.S. sports team.
Wow. Likely
to top that of anyone. It's not a football team, I can tell you that.
Yankees?
Soccer thing.
Nope.
I thought it wasn't. Isn't the most valuable franchise some
U.S. sports team, not worldwide.
The Yankees would be the most valuable, presumably.
The
Cowboys.
The most expensive sale is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I have no idea.
$2.35 billion that the Brooklyn Nets sold for in 2019.
How about that?
Broncos hope to have a new owner in place by September.
Well, no wonder the seats are $400 a seat.
Yeah, no joke. $4 billion, man. 7 new events will be debuting at the Winter Olympics. By the way, the 3-day torch relay for the Beijing Olympics has started.
Has it?
Yep. An 80-year-old former speed skater is carrying the flame. The relay
For now.
Push me.
has been shortened considerably due to concerns about the coronavirus. Luo Zhuanhan ran the first leg. He's the country's first internationally competitive speed skater. The torch will be carried through the 3 Olympic zones and starts with downtown Beijing.
I did it. Is it still lit?
Of course, China's allowing only limited spectators.
With good reason.
Yes.
At this point. How many athletes have already got the corona?
Wasn't the Russian team? Was it?
I don't know. A number of them do. What are the new events?
The new events are women's monobob.
I'd watch that.
I think I've watched that. Way dirtier than I guarantee it is.
Sounds like a guy named
You want
Robert.
to guess what it is?
How was your date last night? I got a monobob.
Yeah, nice work, Robert.
That's the single bobsled, ladies and gentlemen. The mixed relay in short track speed skating. Men's and women's big air freestyle. That's, of course, a skiing event.
No, they should do big hair freestyle.
They should.
Where they have to have those beehives.
That's right.
Mixed team freestyle
You know,
skiing.
one of the cast of the Jersey Shore would win.
Yes, or the chick from B-52.
Yeah. Mixed team freestyle skiing aerials. Wouldn't that be the same as, well, I'm not
I believe
sure.
they call them areolas.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
So, team aerials.
Yeah, so is it like synchronized swimming only with skiers?
I don't know. Do you do it at the same time?
I would.
That'd be cool.
Huh.
Team aerials.
Mixed team ski jumping, 2 men and 2 women per team.
Oh, so they're not. It's just adding their scores together. Then that's no fun.
Possibly go wrong.
I want him to go off that jump holding hands.
Or just have her on his back.
Yes.
What is this, Tom? Mixed team snowboard cross. It's
I
like
would assume-
motocross on a snowboard?
I assume it's like a man and a woman in some kind of snowboard course. Maybe through the trees or through sticks. I don't know.
All right, well, none of these are particularly.
What they should do is they should do some event where the snowboarders have to get stoned.
Priorities.
Yeah.
The trick skiing while high.
Well, never mind. By the way, we will have 6 more weeks of winter. Apparently, he did see a shadow.
Thanks.
Puxatawny Phil, thanks a lot.
Okay. And today, once again, Groundhog Day. And there'll be more groundhogs besides Puxatawny Phil celebrating. And, could you grab that?
Sure. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Well, this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Mikhail Miakab. And this
Oh, my God.
is some of the news. Today, of course, is Groundhog Day, where we would have found out if spring is just around the corner, and we found out it's winter. Well, the first official Groundhog Day celebration took place on February 2nd, 1887, in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Now, here are some facts about the evolution of the Groundhog Day you may not have known. Prior to 1887, America had tried several ways to determine if spring was on the way. On February 2nd, 1853, Wyoming created something called Grizzly Bear Day.
Okay.
Dignitaries would stand outside of a bear cave and try and wake up a sleeping bear. If they didn't wake up the bear, it meant 6 more weeks of winter.
Okay.
If they did wake up the bear, it meant their remaining body parts would be buried 6 feet underground. On February 2nd, 1871, Kansas created John Wesley Hardin Day.
Oh.
Well, now, basically, it worked this way. A couple next door to John Wesley Hardin's hotel room would have sex as loud as they could in an attempt to wake up the notoriously nasty and trigger-happy Mr. Hardin.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if the amorous couple could not wake him up, it meant 6 more weeks of winter. If the vigorous rogering the couple was engaged in did, in fact, wake up Mr. Hardin, it meant 6 bullets to each of their sweaty, naked torsos.
My goodness.
Wow.
As hot as this action was for spectators, a handful of killjoys canceled this sex fest and had the stupid idea of shoving a groundhog into a cage on a cloudy day. Well, so much for the cool sex party, huh? Yeah, this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Mikhail Miakab. You heard it, and this has been Some Other News.
Thank you, Dick.
Our best to Mr. Miakab.
Yeah.
I mean, he must be Russian.
Must be.
Okay. Now, this is the second day that we may have a problem.
Uh-oh.
Yesterday, Mr. Oskey and I submitted a script that featured a dessert. Anyone remember what it was called?
Better than Robert Redford or something.
Better than Robert Redford.
Are we going to bring up this John Wesley Hardin thing?
Well, I was going to say, now today we have, do you know that
I have
history?
no idea who that is.
Josh, you know, right?
I killed a man.
Vaguely. I don't know enough.
Yeah. Trigger happy dude.
Right.
Killed lots of folks.
Oh, did he?
Incredibly handsome. There are photographs of him. Christy, you'd be sliding off the chair there. It's but we did receive, fortunately, a lot of email from people who have had the Better Than Robert Redford. It's got a bunch of different names.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's a delicious dessert that is often prepared for various parties. And I believe Ms. Hooker from our show will be preparing it for us sometime before the Super Bowl.
Can't wait.
So we can look forward to that.
Good.
And that led to a discussion about which Robert we should have used as the fake version. And
right, because the suggestion was instead of the Robert Redford cake, you would have the Robert McNamara cake.
Right.
Which I believe tasted of
napalm. Another history joke.
History, yeah.
Yeah, see, some of these jokes, you assume that someone out there's read a book occasionally. Cracked open.
Definitely
You've
knew
never
who
heard
that
of John Wesley Hardin?
No.
Yes, I have. I just don't know enough about to feel like I could.
No, have you?
Nope.
Ace?
Something in the Old West, right?
Yeah,
Clearly. You could have went with a Doc Holliday or
Wyatt Earp or somebody I've
Jesse
heard of.
James.
Well, yeah, but they weren't as notoriously murderous as Hardin.
Yeah, so I don't know. I thought the fact that we mentioned the fake date of February 2nd, 1871.
Was that when he was notorious?
I forget. That was pretty close. I can't be expected to spend my whole day on this sort of thing. Okay, sorry.
We don't like to talk down to our audience. We want them to rise.
Sure.
All right.
So, but the Robert Redford dessert thing, I was just surprised nobody knew about.
Isn't that weird? I mean,
Did you have
nobody
it as
in
a
here
kid?
did.
Not as a kid, but as at a Super Bowl party. And now we had a bunch of letters. There are variations of it now where they're.
Yeah, I never
We
heard
had a
of it.
couple people write in and say that it came about, it was called Better Than Sex Cake, and then old ladies wanted to bring it for bake sales to their churches. Well, they couldn't call it Better Than Sex Cake.
Ah, got
So
it.
at the
Better
time,
than Father O'Bannon cake. That was awkward.
That sure was. Yeah,
But at the time, Robert Redford was the heartthrob.
Yes, and
Okay.
so that's why
Gotcha.
it got changed, according to the lore that people
makes
say.
sense.
Who does your mom have a crush on?
Who does my mom have a crush on? What a great question.
Besides Godwin.
Right.
Yeah.
I know she digs
Daniel Tosh. She had a.
Really?
No, he was flirting with her at a gig one time, and she was so. It was just so funny. She was freaking out. She didn't know if he was serious. It was.
Tosh flirting with a woman? He wasn't serious. That was
Nice little cap on this episode of the Bob and Tom program.
She always liked Tom Jones a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not unusual.
Another home run there, Pat.
A sniper.
Oh, wow.
My grandma was a Paul Newman fan.
Yeah. Oh, she liked Paul Newman too, because especially when he got into racing, because she was a big race fan. So.
You know who my mom likes?
Who?
She was Davy Jones and Dustin Hoffman and Al Pacino.
Really?
I think she likes
short guys.
Dark-haired guys.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wow.
My mom always liked Dean Martin, Tom Jones.
Tom Jones, unfortunately, the studio has gone primarily digital. However, as you can see, Jeff Oskey, since you're new to the studio, as you can see over here, I have this is called a turntable. And we have vinyl, and when Bob and I started, of course, in Ace 2, we were playing all the records on vinyl, and you could always hear that. They called it the cue burn. You'd start the record, it would go because the vinyl was just peeling off them. But we have some Tom Jones for you in vinyl here.
I'd love to hear.
Okay, let's hope it doesn't skip.
Pussy, I've got flowers and lots of hours to spend with you. I'll soon be kissing your sweet little pussy lips.
It's skipping.
That's an unfortunate.
Let me put a shoe on the stoner.
What's new, pussy?
Could somebody get Eddie in here to fix this turntable?
No, I don't think it's the. We need a new copy.
A new copy of the record.
album. Yeah.
Maybe we should go digital.
Okay. Well, it's not unusual, Pat, to have that happen to that record. When we come back, we have alcoholic monkeys in the news, and I'm not talking about Davy Jones or Peter Tork.
No, alcohol wasn't Davy's problem.
Be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't.
The Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Hi, this is Tom. Coming up Thursday morning in the Bob and Tom Show, we'll hang out with comedian Al Jackson, and here's some music from Pat Godwin.
Toy that is sweet. It even measures your heartbeat and the girls he meets. They're gonna love Josh's new toilet seat, yeah.
That's Thursday morning on the Bob and Tom Show.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7. Segment number 3 of hour number 2 on this morning's Bob and Tom Show. First off, Kenny Tarmac checks in.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hate to get political on the show, but once again, I'm advocating on snow days. Don't make the kids stare at computers and do schoolwork.
That's right.
Let them go outside and have some fun.
Don't make the teachers plan.
I did hear from one of my teacher buddies, and apparently their school system does have 2 snow days built in. So
2? Wow.
Oh, thank you.
It's all this. There's just too many lawyers going, well, if they don't have so many days of school per year, they're all going to be morons.
Yeah,
no, they're
not true.
They're all going to be morons now just from watching television in America.
Yeah.
Watch the news. That'll learn them. We have a lot to get to today, but Christy Lee is the one getting to all of it because she is at the news desk. Chick McGee will be back from the taint scrotal surgery tomorrow.
I just got a picture from them, and it looks fantastic.
Really?
Oh,
my
good.
God.
All stretched out,
smoothed
nice
it
and
out.
smooth.
Yeah. Oh, it's like a
Can't even see the stitches.
Oh, it's paint-terrific.
Did they remove that skin tag?
Nope.
Oh, that's weird.
You would
You would
think
have
they would do that.
while they were down there.
Yeah,
they
you
would
would have thought, hey,
The fact that he nicknamed it Florida, I thought was kind of
that is weird, isn't it? Yeah.
Sat down
A
south.
little panhandle.
Okay. Now,
Well, we're going to wrap up sports with a world record. I don't have any.
if you want to wrap up sports, feel free. Oh, too bad. Can you get that, John?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, it's Kenny Tarmac.
Kenny!
Hey, Shooter, we just landed. I'm at ATL, still on board after a quick touch and go at ORD through DF Dub. I had to call you guys today. I'm not sure what's going on with the airline service after the sales these days, but our resident Skyhag really is on one today.
Really?
Yeah, she got offended when I asked if she could check the back alley for a spare can of Clamato. I don't know if I told you, but lately I've been on this big Clamato kick. You know,
really?
with all of it. Hang tight. I got to take this.
Okay.
It's my assistant. He can't do anything without me, but then he complains about being micromanaged. I know. Hang tight. Who day? No, you're supposed to say, who they think going to close this deal, Mike? My God. Do you even watch the webinars? What do you need now? What do you mean do I want to buy a yearly reoccurring vacation rental? Uh-huh. Yeah, well, no, that's rather unfortunate, Mike. No, it's a damn timeshare. Yeah, right. How many White Claws did it take to sign that deal? Well, she got her hooks in you. Where's it located? Guam? Were they sold out in Haiti? Hey, Mike, note to self. Even people who live in Guam don't want to be there. Yeah, no, remember Charika from HR? Yeah, well, she was from Guam, and every Casual Friday wore that Hanes beefy tee that said, I'd rather be in Gitmo. What the hell, Mike? Didn't you learn a damn thing from Zig Ziglar? My God, let's reload for tomorrow. Oh, and tell Tobic to give me 5. We're not even to the gate yet. Longest taxi ever. I think we're in a parade route. Hey, Bob and Tom, I got to say, I got my top assistant taking more bait than an Asian carp and a skyhag who must be allergic to Clamato.
Poor Kenny.
Boy, what a morning for him, yeah.
Where is Guam?
It's just north of southern...
It's not. It's not.
No, one of my favorite priests got stationed there. And
In Guam?
Yeah, he's coming home. He finally got back in the States.
Sent him away, huh?
They sent him... No.
Wow.
He's in
Well, you
the
know,
Air
the distance they
Force.
send
Father
you
Mulrooney
in relation to the number.
You guys are a-holes.
You're just figuring that out.
He's in the Air Force. So
Oh,
he's
so-
yeah.
Okay, that's what he claims, yeah.
Oh, my God.
But he was in the Navy.
I don't know much about. I
Well,
don't know
I hope
much
you're not
about
listening because
Guam.
he used to be a fan of the show.
Well.
I mean, he knows.
Then he knows what
We're joking.
I have
Hey,
no idea where Guam is.
I'm looking it up right
I just
now.
told you.
I know it takes him a long time to
Well,
get
this
there.
is a really helpful
In the
map.
western
It
coast
shows an island, and then it just shows water around it.
Well, that's correct, yeah.
No, but I mean, there's no other land mass,
Thought
so I
it
can't
was.
figure
I
out
have
where this
no
is.
idea.
South Pacific?
Well, I'm trying. It's one of those things you got to click to expand the.
I think we were there with the cruise ships.
Gonna wash that.
So in Guam?
Yeah, believe it or not, we went everywhere.
Okay, it looks like it's. Wow, it is it is in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's...
Oh, my God.
We got a globe.
We have a
It's
globe.
it looks
Oh.
like it's halfway between Japan and Australia.
Oh, my
In the
gosh.
middle of the Pacific
Closer
Ocean.
to the Philippines
We weren't there,
than...
no.
Yeah, I told you guys.
You did not.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you, Mark.
there you go.
I love globes. Do you love a globe?
I want one of those giant Pink Panther globes.
Oh, like in the big brown
yes,
thing? that you can-
but they're like thousands of dollars.
Yeah. I got everybody a globe one year for Christmas.
Give me one of those. Giant ones.
Well,
Give me a globe, Tom.
I'm a globe.
Sell a car and get us all globes.
I sold all my cars.
That's not all but 7.
No, I'm down to 2.
But I do like the name Guam. It doesn't
Yeah.
sound like something you've removed from your nose.
Oh, boy, these allergies are killing me. I got Guam coming up.
Man, that is a long flight. Oof.
Well, yeah, long way. And I don't know what the climate's like or anything.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, I've seen pictures.
Well, I'm not apparent according to the people that work in Kenny Tarmac's office. The
Well,
one
they
lady on
don't know
Casual
what
Fridays wore a T-shirt that said, "I'd rather be in Gitmo."
Tom, you know who made
Very
this globe?
warm there.
Who's-
The George F. Cram Company.
How does Mr. Cram spell cram?
C-R-A-M.
Wow. No wonder.
Sure is.
I wonder what the
No
F
wonder he's a
stands
success.
Not flat earther.
Dude, is there a flat earther globe where it's just like, it looks like a record?
Oh.
It's like a tray.
That'd be
It's like a tray.
amazing.
No, wouldn't it be a, yeah,
I'm Googling flat earther globe.
Oh, there has to
It'd
be
be
one.
like a serving tray. You're right.
Yes.
Tray or something.
It'll be there.
Oh, gosh.
I worked with one over the weekend, the comedian.
A flat earther?
Yep, I swear to God.
Are you dead serious?
Yep.
Hope you wore a mask.
We did. Backstage.
Never mind.
What'd you mean?
Yeah, let's not go there.
Okay, yeah, I can get a flat Earth map. Boy, oh boy, these are fascinating. Look at this.
Is it a three-dimensional flat Earth map?
There is a three-dimensional model.
Oh,
yeah,
my.
and it's quite interesting.
Is that at suckerborneveryminute.com? Is that where you get that? Christy Lee is at the news desk. What else have you got over there?
A man is. We have world record music. You probably don't have.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh, you do?
Sorry. Give me just a second.
Stupid world record.
A man has broken the Guinness World Record for having the most insect tattoos on his body.
Ugh.
Michael Amoia earned the title, I can't even read, with a total of 864 insect tattoos.
Boy, oh boy.
Are you curious as some of the designs?
Sure.
Sure you are.
This is hideous
A
looking.
13-inch moth across his throat and chest. 89 ants on his left forearm. Another 36 from his forearm to his bicep. A beetle over his right eye.
Ugh. Which one?
His right eye.
Paula George.
Oh, duh. An earwig behind his right ear. 2 massive millipedes, one measuring 19 inches long on his chest and a 50-inch millipede on his back.
This guy's got so much ink, he just looks like he fell into a vat of ink.
While people might assume that Amoia loves bugs, the opposite is true. He said, quote, "I hate bugs, but it has multiple meanings. That's why I put them all over my body."
I hate bugs, but not as much as a full-time job.
Yeah, ladies, if you see this guy, if he's out there looking, I see a red flag here.
Man.
He's got
Unless
tattoos
you're into it.
all over his face.
And so he got the world record.
Yeah. I thought they didn't do that.
Well, this isn't necessarily bodily harm.
Okay.
This is from the Guinness World Record
Yeah, I know.
website.
Man, 864 insect tattoos.
Oh, God. All over his face. He's got like this tarantula.
Let me see that.
How about
It's
that?
incredibly hideous.
Wow. Oh, I got him.
Yeah.
Would you make out with him, Christy?
Nope.
Oh.
And the ink colors are so subtle. There's the bluey blue-green and the greeny blue-blue, and then there's the green.
When a girl wants to break up with him, she just gets a can of Raid tattooed on her body.
Starts hitting him with a fly swatter.
Coming up in the news, we have super cool news involving 007. Kind of.
All right.
In a different world, perhaps. We have alcoholic monkeys in the news, and the Pentagon is in the news.
Oh.
They may be playing chicken with somebody. Is this about that Eastern Europe thing? No, it's much more fun than that. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
We're back now with more of the Bob and Tom Show. We're into hour number 3, a song from Pat Godwin, and Jessica Alsman joins us in studio.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Well, this room's gotten a lot better looking.
Been here all morning.
Thank you, Ace. That's exactly where I was going.
I took my mask off. You're welcome.
We've been joined by the lovely Jessica Alsman from our staff. Nice to see you, Jessica.
Hello. Good to be in the studio.
Doubling up the distaff side of things in the room. Christy Lee, of course, is over there. Once again in her great Northwest red checked outfit.
My Virgin River outlook.
Oh, yeah.
Virgin River look.
Well, let's just call it the river look.
It's a TV show, Tom.
No, so I had no idea.
It's a great show, by the way.
The Virgin River?
Yeah.
What
set in the
channel's that on?
Northeast. Netflix?
Yeah. It's
Great.
delightful. Alexandra Breckenridge.
It's like a Hallmark show.
Oh, I love those Hallmark movies.
Yeah, this is a Hallmark movie / show that's like 5 seasons.
I just can't keep up. There's so much on. I just gave up.
Just watch what you want, because you can't watch what everybody else is watching. It's impossible.
No.
Well, someone said it would be physically impossible to watch every new production show. If you watch television 24 hours a day, there's not enough time in a year. So it's very hard to keep track. I can keep track of who's in this room. It's very simple. I look across the way. Sitting in for Chick McGee, it's Jeff Oskey.
Hello.
No doubt about that. Josh Arnold's in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair and desk.
Hi.
He's actually in the chair sitting next to the desk. Pat Godwin's across the way.
Oh, yeah.
Think we're going to get a song out of you, Pat?
Sure, whatever you want.
All right.
Pat, what are you doing this weekend?
I'm at the. I'm in Peoria at the Jukebox
Oh,
Comedy
nice.
Club Friday.
Or trapped somewhere
No, you're
in
not
Illinois in a snowdrift.
God.
Yeah, you're going to be.
Maybe you'll get lucky and the car that hit you will hit you in the fender you've already.
That would be great.
Perfect?
Oh, Tom.
That'd be perfect.
Once again,
blankets
are you celebrating the anniversary of having the back of your car all smashed in?
No, it hasn't been that long.
Can't we find some outlier body shop that'll, do some welding or soldering or whatever the hell they have to do?
Trade
to
a
put that
jingle.
fender?
Yeah, let's sing them a song, do a Christmas party.
Okay. Where were we? This is Tom speaking. Welcome back to the show. Mr. McGee back tomorrow. Willie G back tomorrow. Willie heading to Los Angeles for all the Super Bowl pregame festivities. So we'll be getting some reports from Willie and from Kostaki, who nailed it yesterday. In case you missed it, Kostaki's report was excellent. And he did point out that in the event of the Tom Brady retirement, which is in fact now happening,
Yes.
he said Tom Brady wants to once again be able to spend more time with carbs.
Yeah.
Which I think is dead on.
You think Willie's going to teach Kostaki how to imbibe?
Oh.
I don't think Kostaki's...
You think he's well-versed?
I don't know if he's well-versed, but I don't think he's a virgin.
Yeah, but I don't think he's at Willie's level of intake.
No. I don't think any of us are.
I don't want to have like a really, really slow. And then, I'm a Falcons fan. Is that a Twinkie? No,
we saw Marshall Falk. Okay, great.
Should I bring up the ding-dong controversy I overheard you complaining about the other day?
Yeah. Am I aware of this?
Well, you didn't complain, but...
Okay, yeah.
You walked into Jess Hooker's office and you said, hey, I just got this ding-dong out of the closet, and I thought it was a regular ding-dong, and I bit into it, and it was, caramel inside?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't know what I was eating.
Yeah.
She got caramel ding-dongs.
I didn't know they made caramel ding-dongs.
I wonder if it's because the ho-hos with the caramel inside, Chick McGee loves.
Oh.
And they discontinued those, so maybe it was a nice little...
I have a feeling you're right. She tends to get the snacks the chicks like.
No joke.
Well,
let's just say
payoff.
the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
But they discontinued those ho-hos.
But that's true. If you ask her to get some, she's happy to get it. But,
We got Fresca now.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Salads and fruit, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If you ask her.
We have salads in there?
Yeah, I'll walk you through a salad, Josh.
Is that what that green stuff is?
A green tint. Could we get back to the news desk, please?
Yeah, are we going to get to Pat's song? Did we want to do that?
Okay.
Pat, you were in the break room and you just said I was standing there.
That was private between Tom and I.
Well, Pat claims that he has a song appropriate for the jackass that has the world record for the most tattoos of insects on his body.
Them, yeah.
Oh.
You have 2 tattoos. That's correct.
I do.
But you don't have any insects, correct?
No.
No, wait a minute. You have 2 tattoos?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
What is? I know the one is the
cover up, and then I have
the one is the covering up the name Kim.
Right.
The Celtic knot on the right side. Yeah.
The Celtic knot. Mm-hmm. What is that? A bottle of booze tied to your face?
Yes, that's what it is. No.
Oh, gosh. In honor of his Irish heritage.
Oh, okay.
Is that why the knots look so weird? Because they're drunk when they're tying them?
I have a garlic knot tattooed on my shoulder.
Those are tasty.
This song takes some liberties. Here we go. I married Kim, felt like the right thing to do. Down in Jamaica, she got my name tattooed. We were drunk, I got her name tattooed too. Kim on my butt cheek. We got divorced, she got the house, I got shingles. I'm at my apartment pool, now starting to mingle. I should get this tat removed, cause I'm newly single. But it's costly and very painful. Right? Kim's on my ass forever. They're on my butt tattoo. My ex-wife's on my ass right now, saying the alimony's past due. Into the grave, wide open. Bury me with my Kim tattoo. And she'll be there at the graveside, saying your child support is due.
A beautiful tribute to Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Is he touring this summer?
No,
no, he's not.
Oh, gee.
What?
Why'd you have to do that?
What did I do?
I'll
look it up.
I have a question.
What?
No, I know you got the Kim on your butt cheek, and no, did she get Pat on hers, or because I heard that she just put the P on one cheek and the T on the other, and just like a little,
yeah.
What do you call that part of a letter? The
A. The A right there.
The flange,
Sure,
the flange thing that makes the O and A. Otherwise, it would be pot.
Yeah.
That joke would have been better if your name had been Bob. Did she? No, you don't have to give me the location. Did she really get your name tattooed
On her ankle, yeah.
On her ankle.
Now, does she still have it?
I think I saw a photo. It was covered up, yeah.
Because that would be pretty funny if she had it on her butt cheek.
That would be, yeah.
Pat my ass.
I see.
Pat my ass.
It could be an instruction rather than a name.
Exactly.
Yeah, particularly if it was a lowercase p.
Pat.
Yeah. A nice,
Well, Pat.
Good job, Pat.
And did you really have the tattoo done in Jamaica?
I did, yeah, that's all true,
Of
yeah.
course, no, for their health standards.
Oh, yeah.
It's right next to the AIDS clinic.
Barup.
That one wasn't me.
Oh, my God, you can say that.
Oh, well.
Christy, you like a
Hey,
pat?
welcome to hepatitis C's. The tattoo
the
clinic
hepatitis C's,
here in the nice climes of Jamaica.
There should be a cruise ship called the Hepatitis C.
Hey, you know what you're getting.
Okay, I'm sorry, Christy.
You like a pat on the butt?
Not really.
You don't?
What about a hard spank?
No.
How about a tickle?
No.
Like a tickle? No?
No. A tickle?
Like a caress?
What about an invasive love warrior?
What about a fat guy on
An
top of you? Like that?
invasive
answer the
love
question.
warrior?
I just made that up. I don't even know what that means.
I love it.
I don't know, but it is. You need to write that down. That's pretty impressive.
Okay, let's move
Try
forward.
that. Go home, hey, baby.
You like being spanked, Halsey?
Nah, I'd probably just get mad and turn around to a swat. Like, no.
Natural reaction.
Instinctively hit him.
Oh, yeah. If I get tickled, it's like, look out. I'm going to start swinging. Really? It's defense. I hate being
Tickle's funny,
tickled.
but
Coming up, we're going to talk with Allie Breen
I bet she likes getting spanked.
with
We'll ask her.
Sexy Time.
do you like being spanked?
No.
No. Oh boy,
I made the
you're
mistake one
adamant.
time at a bachelor party. I was the best man, and the strippers said we have to spank the best man, and they had these like whips or something.
Oh,
and I go, I don't want those. Use your hands. And they were like, happy to, because apparently it hurts way more with hands.
Were you naked?
No, my pants were just around my knees. I was laying on the.
That's a good
Wait
look.
a second. Excuse me for 1 second. Do you realize what you just said?
My pants were around my knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
At a public event?
We were in a hotel suite.
Bachelor party.
Yeah, hotel suite, and I was laying on the hotel floor
With your pants around your knees?
They beat the hell out of me. I
you
was
have your underwear
mad. No, bare.
Oh, so you're bare butt?
Yeah.
Oh.
Boy, my friends were laughing, but I mean, it hurt.
What kind of spirochetes did you pick up from the carpeting at the hotel
Oh,
room?
he's worried about.
No, yeah, it was
Oh, God.
They were unidentifiable, but yeah, it was. Boy, it hurt.
The doctor a couple weeks later is looking at a slide under the microscope going, well, I've never seen one of these since I was in Guam.
Boy.
I think some of those women enjoy giving out pain, especially when they do the atomic wedgie thing where they.
Dude, that's crazy. That's never been done to me, but I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen them.
What is that?
Time.
I mean, they will wedgie. And
especially if you got tidy whities on, and they'll rip them up.
Yeah.
I've seen them take it over the guy's head
Oh,
and
my
wrap
gosh.
it over the front of his face.
And the poor guy's just miserable. Yeah.
And they went to this place on purpose for fun.
Yeah, don't ever. Yeah, do not. Bachelor parties at a strip club are brutal.
Yeah,
they beat everybody up.
Oh, Tom, you're not going to tell your bachelor party story, are you?
I didn't go to it. I've never.
Yeah, you
had
have.
one.
You've been to a bachelor party before.
I believe you left early.
I went to
Right
one.
over here.
Yeah.
There was some films.
I went to. No, I went. That's the last one. No, I think I've been to two. I hate them.
Yeah, of course you do.
I went to this one. Yes, it was right over here.
Yep.
And I went with Ricky, my buddy, and we went and we got there and we left to get some beers, and brought back a case, and I was loading it in the refrigerator innocently enough, and suddenly there was this derriere right next to my face.
Yes.
And then she's reaching. I've got to get some eggs. Eggs. And then
What trick is that?
Oh.
She hard boils.
Well, put it this way: the next time you saw the eggs, they were sort of emerging hen-like onto the face. It gets better onto the face of the bride's dad. At which point I said, I don't want to be here anymore.
And he didn't want to tell the story.
That's a great story.
I can't mention any
So
names.
she could crack the egg?
No, she deposited the egg. I don't know how to say this delicately, and then birthed
we all
it,
get it.
shall we say, onto the bride's dad, who I'd just met, lying on the floor. The whole thing was just awful.
Why? Who wants
And
this?
the good news that they were married for a week. That
Not
couple
very
that
long.
didn't
Yeah.
You should have seen what you did with the bacon.
Hershey kisses.
You didn't fry it up in a pan, if you know what I mean.
Well, on a brighter note, coming up, Allie Breen will be trying to help you with your romance problems here in the Bob and Tom program. But right now, if you've got a little issue, maybe you're dealing with ED, well, it's time to get that sorted out with our friends at Roman. And with Valentine's Day just around the corner, you don't want ED to get in the way. So here's an idea. Check out GetRoman.com/wood. You'll be hooked up with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. Pick up your phone or your laptop, complete the free online visit with the aforementioned healthcare professional, because you want to hear this sound in the bedroom.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And that's a free, by the way, a free analysis that could find you in the possession of some of these miraculous pharmaceuticals. If the medication is appropriate, it'll ship to you free with Roman's famous free 2-day shipping. So let's see, Valentine's Day just around the corner. Do it today. You'll be grabbing those things very, very soon, just a couple of days with Roman. Get started is simple by just going to GetRoman.com/wood. Do it right now. GetRoman.com/wood. Complete the online visit. That's free. And remember the free 2-day shipping. See what I'm talking about? GetRoman.com/wood. There you go. That's the sound you want to hear. When we come back, we have a misprint involving the Queen. We have something else English involving probably the super coolest ever suburban vehicle soon to be available.
Oh,
You'll find out what that is, and it kind of involves James Bond. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Segment number 2 of hour number 3 from this morning's Bob and Tom Show. Annoying people at the jukebox and oil change stickers. Just a couple of things talked about in this segment.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's great to be here. We've got the depth chart on today. Tomorrow, Willie G will be back, as will Chick McGee. Today, we have Patty G in the next room. Pat's on his way to Peoria's Jukebox Comedy Club coming up Friday and Saturday.
2 shows Saturday, yeah.
All right. Ace Cosby is right over there, the proprietor of the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day. We have Jessica Alsman sitting in over there, and she'll be helping us out when we talk to Allie Breen about romance. Jeff Oskey sitting in for Chick McGee, and Christy Lee, of course, at the news desk with Josh Arnold at the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick desk and chair.
Hi, everybody.
I'll show you my stupidity.
What's that?
I was well into my adulthood years before I knew it was jukebox and not jute box.
Jute?
Jukebox.
Isn't jute a...
It's a braided... Yeah, it's like a rope.
Right.
I always thought it was jukebox.
How about that?
Jukebox. Like you didn't... I didn't know it was jukebox.
Gotcha.
I don't think I did either for a long time.
I'm embarrassed to
I had
say
to
that,
read
but
it.
I did.
Now, do you know what a juke is
I have no idea.
in sports?
Nope.
A juke move.
A juke is like if you're running and then you suddenly, it's like fake left, go right. Isn't that a juke?
Yeah.
Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
So why is it called a jukebox?
I don't know, because it's not... I don't know.
Maybe that was a dance or something.
Do they still have jukeboxes?
I have a friend who has one in his house.
Is it digital or is it...
No, it's the old-fashioned kind with the
Cool.
records and
Oh, I
everything.
love those. That's
Actually,
fun.
it's in his office. Andy
It's got
knows.
vinyl?
Yeah, they're like 45s. It's awesome.
It's funny because I've got a vinyl jukebox in here.
Oh, no.
And, oh, look, there's a Tom Jones record on it. Let's try it.
No.
It's still skipping.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Still broken.
Yeah. Hey, mister, that's me up on the jukebox, so that's still a valid song.
Don't play B-17.
Hey, mister, that's me. I don't know that song.
It's a James Taylor tune. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
I like the song Bullying the Jukebox. You know what bullying the jukebox is?
No.
It's when you walk into a place and you just fill it with quarters or probably now dollars or whatever, and you play like whatever songs
all your favorite songs. Everybody else can get in there.
Yeah.
You ever get the one, the guy that plays the one song
over and over and over
and over and over and
Well,
over?
now with the new digital ones, there's certain ones you can like have on your phone. So even when you aren't at that
you can play it.
bar,
exactly.
You can annoy other people.
Are you
with
serious?
horrible music.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's really a great app.
Well, and now
but it's unfortunate it can be used for that.
They have the thing where if you don't like what's being played, you can pay more.
Yes.
And then your record goes to the top
Exactly.
of the list.
Ooh, I like
It's a great app.
That's a
whatever
great
that
who's
is.
What's that
getting
called?
paid
The
for
one
that?
percenter?
Somebody's making a ton of money on that.
Yeah.
Phew.
That's an unusual idea.
Yeah.
That's
So
really
if somebody loads it up with a bunch of Meatloaf, you can go out and be like, I don't want to hear Meatloaf, and I'm putting on AC/DC.
Yeah.
I'm paying $2, and now mine goes to the top
Right
of
up.
the list.
Because you can see the queue.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that seems really unfair and undemocratic.
Oh, it's fun, man. It's good. It's capitalism at its best.
No, it's capitalism at its worst.
I drive by that
I mean, there's
bar.
a degree of first come, first servedness
It's super
here, I
punk
think.
rock. Except for the capitalism part. Listen to the song, The Bouncing Souls. They're a punk band. They have
All right.
Bullying the Jukebox. It's good stuff.
Okay, well.
Speaking of one percenters,
Yes?
look out, James Bond. Aston Martin has unveiled what will be the most powerful luxury SUV in the world.
Really?
Capable of producing close to 700 horsepower.
Now, how cool is this?
Pretty damn cool. The luxury British automaker announced the gasoline-powered DBX 707 and reports it's one of the quickest vehicles the company has ever produced.
It'll be in the new 007 movie, Soccer Bond.
Soccer Bond.
Very well done.
Soccer Bond.
Aston Martin said the SUV, powered by a 4.0-liter twin turbocharged V8 engine, packs about 679 horsepower, can go from 0 to 62 in 3.3 seconds.
Well, that's fast.
That'll get you to the soccer field. Got to peel the kids off their baby seats.
It'll get you there yesterday.
That's just so funny, though. I wonder if they tried to name it the DBX 007.
And they kind of said no.
They probably couldn't. They'd probably have to get. That would be an obvious. But that'd be super cool. Can you imagine a 700 horsepower SUV?
Christy, what's
I
the
can
fastest
imagine.
car you've ever driven?
Oh.
Man, I'm going to sound... A McLaren?
Really?
Yeah.
Is that right?
I paid for it. Trust me, it wasn't something that...
That's awesome.
There's a company where you can pay and drive
How fast you go?
cars. 126, I think, was the fastest I got.
Fast.
I'm not a speed demon.
She drives a fast car.
I don't like going
Basically
fast.
likes going quick.
You're right in the McLaren.
That song is so sad.
I know.
We're gonna live on welfare.
Daddy
You'll
got
get a
trouble.
job and then go down and
Take care of my,
I missed that.
take care of my daddy.
I'm more
It is
about...
kind of, if you think about the SUV thing, though, now there's a Rolls-Royce SUV,
Oh, yeah.
which seems somewhat weird.
They all have one. Lambo has one.
Yeah, there's a Jaguar.
Jaguar has one.
Wow.
Bentley has one. Yeah.
Ford has one.
Yes, they do.
Chevy's got
got one.
Oh, yeah.
GMC makes a nice
They
product.
sure do.
Everybody's doing it.
Jeep, everybody.
It's the way you can date a movie these days. You watch a movie that's 20 years old and you look and go, wow, hey, there are people driving sedans.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go to the parking lot now, and didn't somebody just discontinue all sedans?
Ford.
Ford.
Yeah, they're done with them?
Yeah.
they're
We're
really
only
fine.
doing trucks and SUVs.
All right. Okay.
Man, the Escort was a fine car for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that isn't sticking around in some way.
They're selling lots of other cool stuff. So,
Still waiting on your Bronco, aren't you?
Oh, I think they've finally released. I think they've only released 2 of them in this country yet.
Okay.
There's actually a couple local
No,
now.
I've seen a couple. Yeah,
you
but don't be fooled by the little Broncos.
No,
Those
that's-
are-
that's
They're
the
not
one
the
I'm
same.
looking
That's
at.
not a Bronco.
The
Oh,
car
that
you have now is cooler, I think.
Oh.
Like, way cooler.
That's pretty cool.
No, Broncos are cool.
That F-150 King Ranch is pretty sweet.
Have you guys seen the new Ford Godwin? Comes pre-dented.
Oh,
It's pretty cool.
For that Lipton look.
The bumper just gives a little bit.
Hey, by the way, where'd you park yesterday?
Out in the parking lot. Same place. Under the lamp.
Always.
Yeah, I saw you there.
Why?
No. We met for coffee yesterday, and Godwin had met some woman there a couple of days before, and he told me he parked on the 5th floor so she wouldn't see his
That's a little embarrassing.
car. So yesterday I had to go out there, and
I'm not embarrassed in front of you. I just parked on the second floor.
Okay, I was just curious. That vastly open first floor, didn't want to... Okay, never mind. Sorry, back to you.
Toyota is not just building an SUV. They're building a cruiser for the moon.
What?
Toyota is working with Japan's aerospace agency on the Lunar Cruiser, a name that pays homage to the Toyota Land Cruiser sport utility vehicle.
Classic.
Yes. Takeo Sato, who heads Lunar Cruiser project at Toyota Motor Corp, said the vehicle is based on the idea that people eat, work, sleep, and communicate with others safely in cars, and the same can be done in outer space. The vehicle will include robotic arms with ends that can be changed so it can perform a wide variety of tasks.
See how much they're charging for that?
The Toyota Lunar Cruiser launch is set for the late 2020s.
What's the sticker price on this?
No sticker
I
price.
just want to know, do you think NASA's going to opt for the clear coat?
And the extended warranty? Yeah.
Boy.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Those were
And Land Cruisers are nice.
So it's called the Moon Cruiser?
Lunar Cruiser.
Huh. That sounds, I mean, who's going to be driving it?
No one, probably, right?
Might be a remote or an astronaut. That would be my guess.
Okay. Well, sounds like
Kind of a
like
rover,
fun.
moon rover type thing.
Okay. What else have you got?
Speaking of driving, according to a recent study, cannabis use can impair a person's ability to drive for up to 4 hours after the drug is used.
Is this from the NS Sherlock?
Yeah, I know.
The NS Sherlock Institute.
Yes, that Tom created.
Mr. Obvious, the dean.
This is from the New York Post, and they're citing a JAMA, the JAMA Psychiatry.
Weeby Jama.
Although performance was improving at 3.5 hours, recovery was not fully seen until 4.5 hours post-smoke.
Gotcha.
So now, what is that in marijuana time? 2 bags of Fritos? How do we?
I don't know.
How do you gauge that with I forgot what time it was. Yeah, that's one of the big things. They're trying to find a way to measure that.
They are, and they do need to. I'm ashamed to admit that I drove impaired on marijuana one time, and my buddy looked at me and goes, "Dude, you have to slow down." I go, "Oh my gosh, you're right." And I looked, I was doing 25 miles.
On the freeway.
Yep. No, but
yeah, still dangerous, perhaps. But,
And I was in the parking lot of a store yesterday, And the smell coming out of the truck next to me was like, OMG. Dude, you think you would have parked a little farther away from people that are...
Yeah, but he only has 15 minutes on break.
yeah.
He's got to get back into work.
And it's back to the chainsaw.
God.
I saw somebody smoking a cigarette. They came out of their store.
Yes.
And they were in their uniform and they were just smoking a cigarette. And I thought, I liked it. I was like, there's freedom right there.
It's a throwback.
It really is.
You don't see it much anymore.
Speaking of going back, here's a picture. I finally found one of the Toyota space vehicle.
Yeah.
It looks like something from Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's got the arms with, it can grab
but it's got these sort of big, weird-looking wheels. And it just looks like this tube with a satellite dish on the top and a couple of, is it antennae?
Does it say if it's remote or if somebody can get in it?
It does have the Toyota logo in the front.
Oh.
Well, I imagine there's a door, Christy. Otherwise...
Well, if it's remote controlled, you don't
lock
need a
the guy
door.
in forever. Elaine!
Does it, on the back of it, does it have the sticker from the dealership?
No, but on the windshield clearly is a thing of how soon they have to have their oil change. Don't you love those?
No, I
do.
take them off.
I rely on that.
No, I take them off immediately. In fact, I told the guy last time, don't even put that on my window.
Oh.
Because my car tells me when my oil needs changed. I don't need a sticker.
Fancy.
What?
Yeah.
How's it? No.
There's a monitor.
Your car doesn't go, hey, you do your oil change?
thing that comes up.
No,
Well, light comes on. It says you need an oil change within.
I've had an engine light on for like a year and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is that normal?
My car tells me when I need an oil change by grinding.
That's just the pre-seizure sound.
Now let's not talk about that.
Yeah, how do they
I've
know?
been there.
I get that on my car sometimes.
Say you have 6% oil life left or whatever.
I'm sure there's
But
a
how does it know to email me?
Oh, it doesn't email me. Mine comes up on my car.
Mine will come on my car and it will text me.
What?
Yes.
What?
And I don't
Wow.
care for that.
You guys have
You
car
guys
I
are
need to be able. I need to
crazy.
shut that off. Whatever it is.
You have Christine.
My God, you're right.
Well, that's also, I mean, as soon as you
driving
plug
too
in your
fast,
iPhone, the government knows, the level of semen you produce every week and where it lands. I mean, they are watching you.
Oh, yeah.
Took a weird turn.
Time to order new T-shirts. I'll get.
Talking about smoking cannabis, Florida Senate has passed a bill making strawberry shortcake the official state dessert.
How about that?
In order to make the bill sweeter for the state's dairy farmers, strawberry shortcake would have to be topped with Florida-made whipped cream in order to qualify as the official dessert.
Oh, I like that attitude.
I like my strawberry shortcake without strawberries.
Just the cake and
Yeah,
sugar
cake and whipped cream. I
sauce
love
and-
it.
oh.
I remember you saying that. That's just shortcake. Shortcake.
I love
Yeah.
shortcake.
Mama's little baby loves shortcake.
No, it's shortening bread.
Oh,
I think everybody knows someone that does that.
what's that?
They get something that, for example, one of my little girls, she likes the, what is it called? Strawberry acai.
Acai? Yeah.
Acai, whatever the hell it is. Strawberry acai lemonade with no strawberries.
Yeah, there you go.
And Hart likes pizza with no cheese. What the hell's that?
Pizza with no cheese.
That's fascinating.
How do you get that?
You take the pizza apart and get it all over your clothes. And by the way, I've said this before. If you want to become a billionaire, find a way to get tomato sauce out of kids' clothing, won't you,
I
please?
told you, Dawn dishwashing detergent.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay. That and invent a non-addictive painkiller, and you're going to be in like Flynn.
How do you get tomato sauce out of Tupperware?
You can't. That's impossible. Yeah.
Worst.
Well, how do you get the Tupperware out of your bloodstream?
That's a better question, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow, that was deep. We're going there now?
All glass,
I'm
my
sure
friends.
you're not allowed to.
Yeah,
have
I've gone to all glass. I like it.
Yeah, Pyrex. But why do Pyrex bowls have plastic lids?
Exactly, because you gave me a
Yes.
full of tomato sauce, and I tried clean. I washed it myself and dishwashered. Still tomato sauce.
It's fine, but wouldn't they have a glass lid?
How is that going to work?
Well,
They put a rubber gasket on it.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Thus, rubber, it's not all glass.
No, but inhaling and microwaving the rubber, that's good for you.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah.
There are some Pyrex dishes that do have the glass top.
There are.
So I'm sorry. The point of this story is I want to see what's the guy. So this is an actual law they're going to pass in Florida.
Yeah, House version of the bill has one more committee stop before being heard by the full chamber, so it hasn't been passed yet. But they're trying to make strawberry shortcake the official state dessert of Florida.
What grump is going to say no?
Right.
Oh, no, there are people lobbying to have meth-infused edibles. Yes.
Bath salts.
Yeah, okay, well, here's some bad news.
Uh-oh.
So boring. The Washington football team has officially announced they're going to become the Commanders.
Yeah, I saw that.
Chick's not even here.
But he had the inside scoop on that.
Well, actually, the news story this morning was that a certain person leaked it by mistake in an interview yesterday.
Oh, gotcha.
Theismann kind of casually mentioned it. But
Did they say how they came up with that name?
I'm sure that it's totally generic, and they probably bought out any other team called. Wasn't there like a rollerblade team or something called the Commanders?
That's right.
They could have gone with the Red Tails and had a whole thing of history behind them, something really cool. Instead, they go with
Geographically inaccurate, though. Go with the Red Tails, right?
Why?
That didn't happen in D.C.
No, but they're great Americans. That
Well, I'm not saying they weren't.
Oh, jeez. Okay, the command. It's like the
You're against the Utah Jazz.
The Indians becoming the Guardians. It's so totally generic. I will never root for them again. I hope they lose all their games.
Now, Tom.
I hope Daniel Snyder needs to leave the earth sooner than later.
That isn't
The
very
Commanders or Commandos?
Now, Commandos would be fun.
Commandos would at least be cool, celebrating the military. The Commanders.
Huh.
I mean, I know, it's got a mild.
Football team is so much cooler.
It's just
Washington football team.
I like football club.
I prefer that too.
I think there already is. I think there's a.
It gets confused with the soccer team then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Okay. Well, not my team. Do what they want.
Not my team.
Not going to root for them.
All right.
How long will it
Establish
be?
that.
How long will it be before Chick buys some other?
Oh, it's done today. Yeah.
You think he'll buy some?
Oh, he's already online right now.
Well, he knew this for a couple of days. He had an insight.
Okay,
Right? Yeah,
all right.
He told us, right?
Yeah, Theismann kind of spilled the beans.
What's
early.
their logo?
Haven't seen it. Have you?
Look like generic cigarettes.
It's got a C on it.
Well, I would think.
Well, it would be stupid not to.
Yeah, it'd be really weird if it was a big R.
A square C, okay?
Right now, I want to remind you about 2022. We've decided it's the year of the food. Forget about the year of the tiger. You can accomplish some great food and some great eating by checking with our friends at HelloFresh. What is HelloFresh? Well, the box arrives at your house. They've done the tough part. They've done all the shopping, all the measuring. And we're talking gourmet level food, and they've got it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. What kind of food you into? They've got it. Over 50 menu items every week, curated by expert chefs. Things like, well, you can do breakfast, you can do lunch, you can do dinner. They've got, maybe you want calorie smart. What is your food lifestyle, shall we call it? Maybe you'd like carb smart. Maybe you'd like vegetarian. Maybe you'd like just good old comfort food. All right. The chefs know what they're doing, and they give you directions to follow, and they've done all the shopping, and they've done the measuring. So they've done the hard part. And those little bags of spices, that's where all the difference comes.
And the cards are so easy to read, and the directions so easy to follow.
They even have pictures.
And that's important.
Dare I use the word idiot proof?
That's
Put it this way,
funny.
I can do it. I love it. Get started today at HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Use the code BTShow16 again, and you'll find yourself with 16 free meals plus 3 free gifts. All the details are posted at HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Once again, like Bob Tom Show, BTShow16, 16 free meals, 3 free gifts, HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Things like the all-new juicy beef tenderloin, cheese fondue. Whip it up in your own kitchen and have a blast. Great for date night, Josh. That's BTShow16 at HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Coming up, what would you do if you had a vulture in your car? We'll find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
On the Bob and Tom Show here for a Wednesday morning. Segment 3 of hour number 3 kicks off with the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Time to get funky. Oh, Josh, you were such a good dancer.
You like this?
Your arms look like one of those things you see at car dealerships when they used to have cars in the lot. That skinny guy, the
wavy guy,
flops around.
Wavy.
Did you hear the guy that invented that got screwed out of all the money?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah, that's
They're all over the place.
Yeah, well, he doesn't get any of the dough. Got a Guam update coming up.
Great, right.
And then we've got our introductions coming up, but not yet because, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to cleanse the palate of your soul with.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
When I was younger, my teachers told me I wouldn't amount to much because I procrastinate too much.
Oh, no.
I said, you just wait.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
All right.
Very nice, Ace. I really enjoyed
Can I bring something up real quick? Tom, you're so easily distracted, but you have not been bothered. Cosby has been over here with a can of squeeze cheese all morning. Squeeze cheesing up crackers like it's...
Oh, I can't see those computer
I didn't notice.
I didn't notice either.
I didn't notice it.
Squeeze cheese Cosby over there.
Wow.
It's just loading
And
up
I'm surprised
cracker after
it's
cracker.
because there's the black clothing and everything else, and that orange really offsets it. But it's the monitors are in the way, so I didn't notice.
Cracker after cracker for the last 2 hours.
If you had to guess, how many?
2 bowls worth.
There's nothing wrong with crackers.
Yeah,
Well, thank you, Ace.
Half a can. He has easily gone through half a can this morning.
I'm glad you have such a progressive view.
And that squeeze cheese, that's great. I just use that to caulk the eaves at my house. I'm sure that what's in that stuff, titanium or
I don't know.
plastic. Okay, there's Christy sitting in with us. It's Jessica Alsman. She's over there where Willie usually sits. Willie back tomorrow. He's going to be heading out to Los Angeles with Kostaki to cover the NFL and the Super Bowl. That'll
Boy,
be
it's
cool.
good to be the boss's son, isn't it?
Oh, they're very fun, yeah.
Actually, we had a legitimate discussion.
Uh-huh.
Who should we send?
Yes.
And we thought we could send Chick, but then the whining would never stop. Then we said, well, we could send Oskay, but he doesn't know anything about football.
I know nothing.
And then we could send Josh, but he'd just go watch a hockey game.
Right.
And then I can't go. And then we could send Godwin again. No football
So
knowledge.
no girls were
Just a
even
football
involved?
star in high school, 11-0 football team. Yeah, no knowledge at all. Yeah.
You could have sent Ace, but
Could have sent Ace. Ace was a lot
who
about
would have
football.
controlled? We wouldn't have had the jokes of the day.
Yeah.
Who would run the board? I can't do that.
I would have called in.
And then I guess you're right because he can enjoy all the recreational marijuana. None of us.
Right,
would
yeah,
have done
Willie
that.
and Kostaki are the perfect duo.
Yeah,
for this.
Kostaki's very knowledgeable. So is Willie.
Yeah.
And so that was I didn't do this. This was Mr. Kessler did all these decisions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen the prices on tickets?
For the game?
Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I have no. What are they?
I've seen them up at like $20,000.
Wow.
You know, it's on TV for free.
Right.
You just get to sit through a bunch of great commercials. Who wouldn't want to watch it on television? It's the television event of the year every year. So it should be fun. And then the halftime show is primarily classic hip hop, right?
Yeah, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre.
That should
Mary
be
J.
fun.
Blige.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's we've always said this. No matter who the artist is, it's almost always a no-win.
Sure.
No matter what they do.
This year they're worried about the how are they going to do these classic rap songs without the cursing?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
It will be tough.
Misogyny.
Just
Misogyny.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, because I have the Time Life series on hip hop. I'm just getting through Bitches and Whores.
Oh yeah, I was that.
Volume 1. And then okay, yeah, that's interesting. I imagine they'll. Oh, this could be another Justin Timberlake moment.
Uh-oh.
That prick. God, I hate him. That ruined radio for years because of that.
It was more Janet than Justin, though.
I'm sure you
wasn't
didn't watch the documentary then on
Yeah.
Janet Jackson.
When his PR, when he said, "Oh, it was a wardrobe malfunction," yeah, he thought of that. He thought of that phrase.
I got you.
It was fed to them before they did that, and then they managed to get
the theory, right?
They got the police all over radio immediately. They had to pull everything off the air.
It's a no-win topic, Josh.
Oh no, I'm fine.
No-win
So
topic.
Eminem, he's going to be at the Super Bowl this year, huh? That's pretty
Yeah.
exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I
You like Eminem
him.
there, Ols?
I like Dre. I like Snoop. Is it Kendrick Lamar?
Yep.
Yeah.
They could all walk in here. I wouldn't be able to
awesome.
identify any of them.
Yes, you would.
Eminem?
No, I thought there's
Snoop
the
Dogg?
white dude. Wouldn't be that tough.
I couldn't tell you what Kendrick Lamar looks like.
You would know what Snoop Dogg looks like.
Oh, I'd know Snoop Dogg from the TV commercial.
Right. Okay.
But I wouldn't know any of the rest of them. Well, one of the Mary J. Blige is obviously a woman. That would help.
Yes. That would help.
I'm sure it'll be delightful. Got this in. We were talking about Guam.
Yeah.
Because of what I thought was an excellent reference earlier this morning when Kenny Tarmack's assistant Mike got conned into buying a timeshare in Guam.
Isn't that lovely?
This comes to us from Thomas. He writes, I was in the Marine Corps. We considered Guam to be an acronym.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
If you're stuck there, it stood for give up and masturbate.
Is that right?
And he said the quote about Guam was, there was a woman behind every tree, but they cut all the trees down during World War II.
That's pretty funny.
Okay.
Harry Palm Guam, they call it.
Well, good to know. I'm sorry. Christy, what's going on over there?
Well, we have a lot going on over here.
Well, get off
Police
your
in
phone and
Georgia.
tell us about it.
You know what? I had an important thing that I had to deal with.
Multitasking? No one would have known. You're so mean.
God, police in Georgia came to the rescue of a vulture that crashed into the front of a moving car. The vulture had become lodged headfirst in the car's grill. The Tybee Island, lovely place. Tybee Island Police Department said a woman discovered the vulture she had apparently struck while driving through South Carolina.
Cats everywhere, aren't
She
there?
saw in Tybee?
Oh, I thought it was Tabby.
No, Tybee with a Y.
I'll get off my phone and pay attention.
She sought help freeing the bird once she crossed the state line into Georgia.
You ever seen
Tybee's
a
outside of
vulture?
Savannah.
Yeah.
I mean, the cartoon versions of the vultures look just like vultures.
Very
Pretty
accurate.
dead on,
They're
yeah.
super scary looking.
I just watched a documentary that we're talking about vultures with one of my kids. Vultures start eating their prey ass first.
Ass first?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Isn't that nice?
So that's the original ATM. It doesn't stand for automatic teller machine either. So I have to wonder, this is a stupid question, but so were the other vultures circling the car?
Yeah.
You know, going, hey, here's Steve stuck in the grill. Let's eat.
So was the bird okay?
Yeah, they brought the animal people and they freed the bird.
Okay.
All right. Well, you can free a bird, but it could be.
Yeah, you can free it and then
Yeah,
it
it
can
can be
fly
dead.
2 feet and drop dead.
Yeah.
Well, then that wouldn't make this a very happy story now, would it? Oh, my God, I just saw the picture.
What?
Big old vulture.
Yeah, it is. It looks like a joke.
Yeah.
You just see all these feathers sticking out of the grill. God, how did they get it out of there? Well, I'm glad that
Power washer.
I saw a vulture trying to get on a plane once.
Did you?
Yeah, but he didn't buy the ticket. He didn't like the carrion fees.
Oh, God.
who pressed that button.
Wow.
Carrion.
I don't get it.
Vultures eat carrion, which is prey, dead animals.
Oh, carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace before we're done.
Read a nature book.
Okay, when we come back, we'll try to get this show back on the tracks. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Hi, this is Tom. Coming up Thursday morning in the Bob and Tom Show, we'll hang out with comedian Al Jackson, and here's some music from Pat Godwin.
Toy that is sweet. It even measures your heartbeat and the girls he meets. They're gonna love Josh's new toilet seat, yeah.
That's Thursday morning on the Bob and Tom Show.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Number 4 here on the Bob and Tom Show. Let's get right back to the action here from a Wednesday morning.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's great to be here. Got a couple topics we have to catch up on here.
I have something.
What you got?
The explanation for jukebox.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And we were discussing jukebox because of something rather interesting. That's Christy Lee bringing up this topic. I'm looking across the way where ordinarily I would see Chick McGee. I'm seeing the hairy face of Jeff Oskey.
Hello.
You ever considered cutting that back? Rip?
Nope.
You like it that bushy?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, my girlfriend loves it.
There you go.
That's all that matters.
We're all good.
Yeah.
Okay. Kids like it?
Don't care.
There you go.
All right.
His kids are old enough; they're not pulling on his beard.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of beards, Jeff Oskey is sitting there with his huge beard, with a very dignified beard, but cut back a little bit more. It's Josh Arnold in the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair.
Hi.
Ace Cosby, beardless. Have you ever had a stash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Will you grow it again? You'd look great with a mustache.
Yeah.
Was it a pencil thin, or was
Like a
it
Clark Gable?
was it
Yeah,
thick?
No.
Give me some money. I'd love
He
it.
wants to be paid to grow a mustache.
Grow
I'll
me a
give you
mustache,
$5.
Tom.
I didn't say that.
The mustache-free people in this room would include me. This is Tom speaking. Alsey, Jessica Alsman, does not have a beard or a mustache.
Not that I know of.
Very pretty. Beautiful eyes, dark hair.
Well, thank you.
Do you dye that hair to get it that black?
I do dye it. Thank you.
Looks really nice, though.
Thank you. It's brown. Yep.
Okay.
Would you have some gray? What's going
There's
on?
a couple of gray hairs in
Gotcha,
there.
yeah.
And like once you
There's
start
nothing wrong with that.
highlighting and then you don't want to highlight, you got to dye over it. And then it fades. It's a whole process.
You have a very sort of superheroine look. It looks good.
Thank you.
Christy Lee is right there with her bangs, looking
No
great
hair
as always.
dye in my hair.
Your
This
hair
is it.
has like
She's
natural
a
highlights. It's gorgeous.
Natural blonde.
Very
And
nice,
then
thank
he's a natural nothing.
Oh wow, that's not nice.
L'Oreal medium ash brown.
Okay, good.
He
Yeah.
does have some hair.
You do you.
No, Pat has more hair than I do.
I was going to
of course.
say, don't throw the stones.
But I mean, I don't dye my hair, Pat. What do you put in there?
L'Oreal medium ash brown 5A.
But you don't do your beard anymore.
Nope. Let that go. Just a little stubble right now.
Okay. And since you're going to be on the road this weekend, I assume means you're going to dye your hair, right? Because you only dye it in hotel rooms.
It's already done. From
you
last
did it.
week. Yeah.
You dyed it last weekend? Okay.
Yep.
Do you leave the filthy towels there for the?
I try not to do too much damage. I may ruin a washcloth.
Oh God!
Dude, I've seen what you've done to our bathrooms here at the office. You are destroying those bathrooms if you're dyeing your hair.
Pat's going to be at the Jukebox, which is entirely appropriate to the discussion we're about to have. The Jukebox Comedy Club in Peoria, Illinois, this Friday and Saturday for a great live show. Now, Christy, you said...
And I had said earlier, I always thought it was jukebox.
Jute.
Box.
Yeah, makes sense.
Jukebox.
I get it.
And then when I was an adult, I was like, oh, it's jukebox. I had no idea. Why would it be called that? Well, apparently it started in 1940, and it's derived from the familiar usage of juke joint. And that's derived from the word, from the Gullah word juke or joog, J-O-O-G, meaning disorderly, rowdy, or wicked.
I didn't know juke joint came first. I always assumed that was after juke joint had the jukebox.
No, it came here
we all have
first.
words that we get wrong.
Sure.
I used to think Elijah Pitts was Eli Pitts when I was little. Hey, look, I was an idiot.
Who is
then, too.
that? Who are you talking about?
From the
Elijah Pitts.
60s.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. One of the greatest NFL players of all time. Why am I even bothering sitting here?
Eli Juppitz.
I was an idiot, okay?
Well.
I wasn't familiar with the biblical name Elijah.
That's okay.
So I was reading sad sack comic books. We've been told that the NFL football team in Washington, D.C. will be known as the Commanders.
Yeah, I saw the logo. It's generic.
They're just trying to go totally generic. They don't want. I guess no matter what they pick, it'll offend somebody.
Yeah. God forbid they actually meet with some indigenous peoples and say, "Hey, what would be cool to use?" Instead, cancel them out of existence.
Yeah. Also, got a great letter here. This guy had a chance to work with Tom Brady, and he said Tom Brady's kids are absolutely the best. They were super nice. They cleaned up after this guy did a specific task with them. Tom and his wife are the best people I've met. A pleasure to work with them.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
That is
terrific.
That figures.
Yeah, of course. He got paid by Tom. Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Hey, everybody has something, even the Bradys, okay?
Sure.
They're not
Well, good
perfect.
luck. No. It's time to
Damn
move forward.
close.
What have you got over there, Christy?
We've had this in the news a lot lately. The Crow cigarette thing, it's now gone international. A firm is recruiting crows to pick up cigarette butts from the streets of a Swedish city. The wild crows receive a treat each time they deposit a cigarette butt into Corvid Cleaning's custom machine.
They give them a Swedish fish.
They give them a Swedish fish?
Yeah, every
Very
time.
nice. Man, I don't like those. Not a fan.
Oh, how about that?
What are they?
Swedish
Gummy,
fish. They're like a candy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't like them either. Hate them.
Thank you. There's a custom machine placed in Södertälje. Founder Christian Gunther Hansen explained they are wild birds taking part on a voluntary basis.
Well, that's
I
like
mean,
saying,
yes,
that's like
but-
saying my chicken cacciatore volunteered to be here tonight.
He estimates that the birds could save at least 75% of the costs involved with picking up cigarette butts in the city.
Wow.
What about the cost of cleaning up the crow poop?
Well, that's all.
Well, it's going to be
one
there
rain
anyway.
and it's gone. Yeah.
Södertälje is carrying out a pilot project before potentially rolling out the operation across the city. So so far they only have one.
It's weird that this has been in the news 3 times from 3 different places in the last couple of weeks.
Well, if it works, it works.
Sounds effective.
Yeah, obviously it works.
What is it? The old thing, Confucius say, crow can pick up camel. Yes, asshopper.
But camel cannot fly higher than crow.
Wait a second. There has to be a porno with the fake kung fu guys, and the guy's got to be called Asshopper.
Asshopper.
Take it from take.
Oh, you're right, Tom.
Take the lotion from my hand, Asshopper.
You can rent Kung Bufu for $6.
Josh.
Okay, so good to know.
Researchers have found a treatment that keeps alcoholic monkeys from drinking too much booze.
It's called Hugs from Their Parents.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
This is so sad. Scientists, after they got the monkeys addicted to alcohol, in an experiment were given a hormone produced by the liver, and it reduced the animal's alcohol intake by 50%.
I hope they dressed up the monkeys and had like these little mini bars built, and they'd be playing speakeasy music. And they got a thing in the door they have to slide open. Washoe sent me.
One more banana daiquiri.
The research was published in the journal Cell Metabolism. Oh, that's it.
And I'm not going to jump in the bed, you prick.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
They get the monkeys addicted to alcohol, then.
Well, it's a terrible story. I'm sorry I read that.
Make those AA meetings a lot more fun, Pat.
Oh, do you have a song?
Excuse me? Yeah, a little Buffett tribute.
Yeah, Anonymous, remember?
It's all right. Pat's an alcoholic.
Well, I really don't appreciate them putting me in this cage. Fills me full of anger. Fills me full of rage. I'm gonna drink this booze right here. Monkey see, monkey do. Why don't we get drunk and fling poop? Why don't we get drunk and fling poop? Sing with me, yeah. I'll play with myself in front of these folks. That's what I'm gonna do. I just hit on a cute chimpanzee. I found out it was just a hairy dude. Yeah. Why don't we get drunk and fling poop? Grab a long neck giraffe. Slide down the elephant's trunk. Oh, why don't we get drunk and fling poop? It's singing along through me, but it was nice.
Yeah, sorry, you asked us to. Excellent.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, let's see science marching on.
I just bought a water bed.
Filled up for me and you. They say you are a snuff queen.
Yeah, which is what exactly?
Cocaine.
A snuff queen?
Oh, it's a cocaine user?
I think a snuff queen is a... I'm not sure if Jimmy invented that word or not.
Okay. Yeah.
My southern friend told me a snuff queen was a woman of ill repute.
Really?
Here's one lyric. I thought it was snub queen, and that she had a reputation for snubbing guys Because he then goes and say, I don't think that's true because now you're going to be with me. And we're gonna, that's incorrect. I guess.
We'll find out what Snuff Queen means in just a few seconds. I know what security means at your home. That's where Simply Safe comes in. Chick McGee started this whole barrel rolling down the hill of taking care of your place. And we all got into it pretty early on from Simply Safe. And Simply Safe is the home security system you install yourself. And they've got the brand new wireless outdoor cameras. And the thing about Simply Safe is you don't need a lot of tools. In fact, you don't really need any. It's so easy to install. Read the reviews. You don't have to believe me. Google Simply Safe reviews and see what they have to say. People love this system, and it's inexpensive, and it works. You can grab your phone and see what's going on at your house whenever you want, depending on what system you get. Simply Safe has everything you need to keep your home safe. They've got entry sensors. They've got motion detectors. They've got carbon monoxide stuff. Everything that you need to feel safe in your home.
They have water leak sensors, too.
They do.
That's huge.
And for those of you that have ever had a flood,
it's awful.
It's kind of nice when you get a text from your sump pump going, hey, could you get home for a second? I've lived that. Simply Safe. And by the way, they've got a new program there that for less than $1 a day, you can set up monitoring, which makes your home even safer and you feeling even more safe. Find out all the details at simplysafetom.com. Go today and claim that free indoor security camera. That's right, a free indoor security camera by going to simplysafe.com/Tom. 20% off with interactive monitoring also happening today. Once again, it's simplysafe.com. Get all the details there, and you're going to feel a lot safer. Coming up, I guess it would be called catnapping. Not taking a snooze, but stealing somebody's cat. This is a weird story. Plus, we got the Pentagon in the news, and this involves the Pentagon playing chicken. Well, this is happening in Eastern Europe with the nukes. We're going to find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Segment 2 of hour number 4 from a Wednesday morning Bob and Tom show, now joined by our East Coast correspondent. Time for love letters and a little sexy time. It's Allie Breen.
I'll do my best.
Let's see. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom show. It's great to be here. We have Ace Cosby as our engineer, naturally. He's right over there. Chick McGee is not here to help us complain about the crappy new name of the Washington Redskins, now called the Commanders.
We can do that tomorrow.
The Commanders. It's so generic. Pathetic.
Hate it.
Why didn't they go with the Red Tails?
It doesn't affect my life at all.
No, it doesn't, because it's the genericizing of America, the blanding, is that a word, of everything?
Well, sure, why not?
I understand why they don't want to have Redskins, but they could have done something that would make a nod to the great the Black Aviators. Would have been a great move, but no.
Well, they're making a nod to the great commanders in the world.
That's pretty generic.
Commander Cody, we lost
Exactly,
him.
Sure.
Great George Frayne, we lost him in 2021. Yeah. My pappy said, son, you're going to drive me to drinking if you don't stop. Driving that hot rod Lincoln. That was in Shakespeare, right? Was that Romeo and Juliet?
Mm-hmm.
That's Josh Arnold with the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick, desk and chair. Christy looks like she's ready to go camping. Looks so nice today in your red check.
Thank you.
Jeff Oskey is sitting in for Mr. McGee. And we have a special treat coming up right now because Jessica Alsman's over there. And Pat, I don't know if you heard about this, but Allie had to step aside today, so the ladies are going to read all of us and Ace and everybody the romance letters, and we're going to try to help out.
Oh, okay. And you call these romance letters?
Yeah, these are people having romance problems. We're trying to help, Josh.
Oh, I thought you had a different name for it. I apologize.
Well, we like to call it sexy time.
Oh, there.
yeah.
I just like to see Ace I don't like that. Shiver when you do that.
You thought when I said sexy time.
It's almost bad as when he says pornos.
Yeah.
I agree.
You got some of those pornos. Sexy time in front of the camera.
All
Not
right.
for me, I'm a private man.
Okay. Who's going first?
I can go first. You want me to go first?
Go ahead, Christy.
Dear Allie/Christy. The girl I've been with for 5 years refuses to move in together until we are married. I refuse to get married until we live together. I'm a firm believer in living together before marriage, but she has traditions in her family that she won't break. What can I do here? Please help.
I don't think you're going to win this one.
What year is this?
Maybe spend weekends together?
Yeah, do something. You want to try out the car before you drive it? Is that what this is?
I guess that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
You learn a lot about a person once you live with them.
You do.
That's true.
So maybe, just stay the week there. It's like a vacation, but it's a staycation.
Right.
Now, Josh, let's just say, Josh, let's just say this was your situation.
Yeah.
What particular habits would this woman find out that you have once you move in together? Are there certain things, certain oddities about you?
Yeah, there are a couple things that I would either have to change or I would have to go, look, this is what I do. I'm a gross boy, and you're going to have to deal with it.
Okay. I know you have like scary monster movie dolls hidden.
Oh, yeah, but those are, I have a closet for that.
Yeah, but that's not a thing. That's not a deal breaker.
I will occasionally pee in the sink, and so I need to